G'day everybody, welcome back to another Love Watching on the channel. Round 10, we've got a interesting contest here. Sydney taking on the Pies at the SCG. Nothing beats Friday night football, as they usually say. But it continues. We are getting now on a weekly basis these double-header game. So whilst I think most of us will be tuning into this game tonight, if it's a good one, let's hope, from a neutral point of view. At the same time, I wouldn't mind watching the Suns and Port game, but it's a shame because that's going to be overlapping. So it just seems all the AFL's loving it in the minute. But let's hope it's a good contest tonight. Collingwood, they are currently sitting in 10th place with how many wins for the season? Let me just double check. Sometimes I can get these numbers wrong. 4-4 and 1 draw they have. And that's for us, we're 8-1. And yeah, obviously we, just like 2024, have had a pretty solid start to this season, and we do want to continue in here and keep the wave of momentum going. Granted, we haven't been great throughout patches of games the last few weeks. We've been gettable. Just, it seems when the whips are cracking this side with their offensive prowess we do have, really gets to work and is able to put sides away. But yeah, you know, last week's win against North, that most definitely could have been a loss. Sort of fortunate North weren't able to take their chances, but we showed the class when we needed to. And Collingwood, much more stronger team on paper heading into this week. They do have a few key outs, so a number of key outs. No 𝐓𝐴𝐴, no 𝐼𝐴𝐴 𝐼𝐴, no 𝗕𝐼𝐴𝐴 as well. So young 𝐼𝐴𝐴 going to have to do a power of work against Brodie Grundy tonight. And of course, Pendlebury, I think, has been pretty influential this season in the games he's played. Obviously, he's going to be playing his record-breaking game next week against the Eagles. So, yeah, they've got a few out Collingwood, but I tell you, they're still experienced side. They're actually more of an experienced side than Sydney heading into this game tonight. So, they're still a very good defensive team. They dropped their bar. I thought they simply got outclassed and overpowered by a really good Geelong Cats side on the night. And they started off the game okay, and they kicked pretty inaccurate in the third term. So, I think this could be maybe a similar start to like the Dogs game. Wouldn't really shock me when they really get out of the blocks. Almost like a nothing-to-lose mentality. But, you know, they've played a few games without Darcy Moore this year, and their defence in some games has stood up really well. Sort of smallish ground of the SCG, they might be able to defend that well. But what I've been liking is, I think the last few weeks, teams have been able to take away the corridor. Yes, we still found ways to kick big scores, and it's really a weekly basis. We're kicking tons now, so... That being said, though, we are quite warm favourites. It is an undermanned Collingwood side, and we've got some key inclusions with the likes of 𝐴𝐿 and 𝐼𝐴𝐴. But we'll see what happens, eh? You know, I still think personally a loss. I think if Collingwood are a bit more full strength tonight, I'd probably honestly tip them, to be honest. But look, you know, we are, from an attacking point of view, playing some really good football. So it's almost no excuses. We really should put our powers. Bring our powers to the fore, and let's hope we can win this game of sport. All right. Let me just check I've got the audio settings correct. Beautiful. Now, lads, I'll quickly just be back in a sec. I actually got a tea brewing at the minute, so yeah, a bit of bad timing, but I'll quickly be back in a sec. Right, I'm back, lads. Just in time with a cup of tea. Nothing better. Friday night footy, of course. Good to have your company, by the way, gents. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Just joined. Last night's game, I thought it'd be a bit close, but how about that? The Cats continue to really show their good form. That was a powerful statement win, I thought, against the Lions. I think the past few weeks, both sides have been gettable, and, well, Brisbane off the back of that Carlton win, where they didn't really play well for 4 quarters. Turned out to be a bit of a papering over crack situation because they got really exposed last night. I think that loss reminded me quite a bit of the Gold Coast loss they had last year up in People's First, where the midfield just got destroyed. It didn't really feel like them. Yeah, a lot of their players down on form that night, but yeah, Geelong looking very good. Sean Manor, eh? Bob's up, kicks 30 and 5. That's just an insane stat line. Players in the middle doing the coin toss. Quick look at the ins and outs if you've just joined us. So some key ins for Sydney with 𝐼𝐶 𝐎𝐥𝐝. Hold on a sec, my thing's just blanked out. It's good now. 𝐼𝐶 𝐿𝐴, 𝗏𝐼 𝐼𝐶𝐾 back in. That's a massive inclusion. The defence has looked quite shaky, to be honest. Both Melbourne and North have been able to kick some big scores against us, and it's been so important. So that's an important in. And Charlie Curnow back into the fold alongside Sarong. And then as for Collingwood, young Charlie West, he debuted, I think, against West Coast last year. The young key forward, 2024 draft late pick. So let's see what he does tonight with the absence of Tim Emmer isn't playing. He's out injured. Will Parker, the young defender, comes back in. Ed Allen, the young midfielder, comes back in. And Will Hayes, he's shown some good flashes throughout 2026, so he'll get a crack tonight. And then, Darcy Moran injured, Darcy Cameron out injured. It's going to be a big body of work for young Oscar Steen. Pat 𝐵𝐿𝐴 concussed, and Scott Penderbury, of course, managed for the record-breaking game next week. And then, McLean omitted, unlucky. Roberts, I did notice last week Roberts had about 50% time on ground. He didn't play much of the game. There you go. Had a bit of a concern. He's out for a few weeks. And Rampy managed. And I tell you, without Dan Rampy, geez, our defence would have looked a lot worse. I thought he was magnificent last week in the win over North. But here we go, lads. Usually we play the Blues in these Marn Grook games, but this time around it is the Pies. I like Collingwood's Guernsey. I love their back. The white background and the black number just looks good. Jeremy Howe and Charlie Curnow, Frampton on a Marty. Of course, Quaynor will probably get a small, and then, you'd expect Maynard to play tall if it is there. But, lads, good to have your company. Friday night footy. It's the Swans versus the Pies. And run away in the middle. Let me just... Is that right? I think I pressed the wrong button, did I? No, I did. There we go. Beautiful. Anyways, Pies out the front here. Well, there we go. Schultz can just kick the first just like that, but no, he's missed. Okay. Thought I bloody pressed the wrong button. Sometimes I can, my finger slips on this stream deck and I press the wrong thing. Or one that looks correct. Anyways, Nick Blakey. All right, Nick Blakey now goes short the time of account. Good to see him back into the lineup. Just no fast long down the line. Got a contest here. Steen gets up. Maynard from the side to 𝐼𝐶. Very good last week, I thought. Had a lot of touches. Started to sharpen up his form. And he gets the handball receive here from Josh Dankos. And that's... Oh, how about that for a kick? Just stays in beautifully with the check side to still side bottom. So back in board now headed to 𝐼𝐶. Now shifts the hands to Isaac Quaynor. Goes long inside 50. It's a good looking kick. And West takes the mark. That's a really solid effort against Tommy McCartan. As Rain Fan V, thanks very much for subscribing, my friend. Yes, that's a good one-on-one mark against 𝐴𝐴, who's been very hard to beat. That's a fair mark. It's a good kick too. He just protected the drop zone well there. Tommy could have gotten the fist in, wasn't able to. Well, let's see if he can kick this, a young key forward. Yeah, there you go. Pick 50 in the 2024 draft. Kicks on its way. Looks pretty good. Has it got the leg? I think it does. What a goal from Charlie West. He's got the first. Mighty contested mark just outside, or just inside 50, excuse me, right on the boundary line, I'd say. And that's a mighty kick. Pretty special. Second game. Well, not an ideal start. But yeah, that was a beautiful check side from 𝐼𝐶. I thought you thought it'd be going out in the full if it was just a drop punt, but just bends back in. Well, yeah, Tommy would like to have that one back. Given his ability, should be able to kill that one on the boundary, kill that one out of bounds, but wasn't quite able to. Right, ball back in the middle now. Grundy with the hit out row bottom in game 150. McInerney, a bit of a suspect hand pass. Blakey slaps it forward. Heaney instantly tackled, and that's good pressure from Collingwood. And the ball back here through Dankos, and they combine with the brother of Josh. Hits the short kick to 𝐼𝐶. He's now played on, so he has to go inside 50 towards the pocket. Big Will Edwards with a double fist. He could have taken the mark, to be fair. But I love Will Edwards' presence. I still think when he has ball in hand in live play, he could be a bit shaky here or there, but No, I'm really liking his presence. He's a big gonk. Loves a spoil. So Buller, good to see him kick his first for the Pies last week against the Cats. He's doing the forward rucking here against Grundy. Nice hit out into space for Grundy. Ball doesn't really suit Blanky there. 𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼 and just a hand pass really up in the air. They keep it in here, Collingwood, but Mills mops up. 𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼 now to 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐿𝐼 back into the side. Corridor kicks risky inside bottom, roves it beautifully. Intercept mark here. They've started well here, Collingwood. So side bottom now, looking like he's going to launch this one deep to the square. Who can take a fly? Big McStay can. At ground level, 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐿𝐼 tackled well. Can he offload it? He can't quite. That should be holding the ball. Nothing given. Geez, that's a bit of a stitch up anyway. Still got possession. McCartan over the top now to Sarong. He's under the pump. Gives it inboard to Mills. And we shift the hands nicely. Heaney out the front now. Adventurous kick. Looks like Houston will get that. He spalls it well. Rowan Steele now on the wing. Flicks over the top to Dan Houston. Been good the last few weeks, Houston. And measures a nice short kick here to Nick 𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼. As expected, James Jordan starting on 𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼. His disposal efficiency's been down the last few weeks, but yeah, you could easily see him smashing it out a lot, smashing the lights out tonight, Nick. Now he goes deep to the pocket. Another long bong. McCartan, he's going to be pad the mark. Probably didn't take the whole thing, but it was a good effort. We'll take it. Yeah, I mean, that probably should have been, could have been holding the ball. I mean, he attempted to dispose, but those are usually holding the balls. Nick Blakey now, excellent last week, one of the best on ground. Ball in hand, he'll hit a short kick here to Brodie Grundy. Gives the hands now to McInerney, now to the Lizard, and we lure in a few Collingwood plays here. Continue this handball chain to McInerney by Shoe. Drops it short here to 𝐸𝐿𝐼, bounces off him like a brick wall, really. And it's a good tackle from Rowbottom and Houston. And we're locking in the forward 50 here. We'll try to. Good day, everybody in chat. Sorry, I haven't said hi to chat. Hopefully everybody's going well. Old 𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼, Els, my friend, 𝐓𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼. Good to see you in the chat. Roses, little kick forward, only as far as Howe, and he slams it back the other way here. Front position, it goes past a few, and at the back here, 𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼 can go and get. Shifts the hands now to McCreary, and he's going to have to measure this kick well. Can it get there on the full for Buller? He can't take the mark. I think Lizard might have got a ball in there. Beautiful effort. And I think he's been quite good defensively this year, Lizard. He can always be a bit shaky, but closing speed and intercepting, he's doing that okay. Yeah, he looked like he got the ball there. McLean was decent last week. Yeah, no. Chasing the turtle again. How good is it? It's a beautiful kiff. McStay now, front position. Who's at ground level here? Grundy is. How about that? Mills over the top here to Edwards. Now back here to 𝐸𝐿𝐼. He's under the pump. Good evasion. Still got it the old man legs. Clears out of the 50. Chad. Quiet from a four-quarter perspective. Needs to lift this week. Back inside 50 from side bottom. Good courage from 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐼. He got him late there, Buller. Well, yeah, not an ideal start from a field position point of view. Just can't really win much contest up the ground. Collingwood, I think, getting a bit too easy with the repeat entries. So just got to try and control the footy here. Cunningham now just gets it to McCartan. Now shifts the hands to Mills. Across now to 𝐸𝐿𝐼. And now we'll just blast long down the line here. It's going to be a downfield throw, I think, late hit. Just wasn't really needed. So we'll take the free kick on the wing. Tommy Papley. Been hit and miss with his kicking, but I'm loving his energy. Not really much to go to, Pap, so he's just going to blast it long down the line towards a contest. Grundy can float, so can Steen and Marty. Jeez, what an effort. Grundy off hands, just got the hand pass away. Who's at ground level here? Ball spits out to Marty. Taps it somewhat into advantage of Lloyd. He wins the hands, only as far as Frampton to Steen. Back here to Josh 𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼. Trying to find the switch, nothing on, so he'll keep it on the skinny side with a low flat kick towards the wing, and it's a good spoil from Tommy Papley. How about that bit of defensive stuff from the Paps? Oh, and here we go. They're giving it. Big Papley's up and about. There always seems to be a couple of spot fires with the Swans and Pies games. Ball in now. Good roving from Papley. Gets the hand pass away, only as far as Houston. Oh no, he's throwing the ball. So Josh 𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼 is free at half back. But yeah, no, they've defended quite well so far. Collingwood looking pretty settled back there. Josh 𝐴𝐸𝐿𝐼 long down the line. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 a good spoil. Ball in centre wing. So ball in centre wing. It's going to be high against Grundy. Yeah, no, pretty clear as day there. So 𝐓𝐡𝐞 going to get the free here. Yeah, I'm liking some of his centre bounce work this year. He has a beautiful beautiful leap. And yeah, some of his hit-out work's been quite nice. 𝐷𝐿𝐼 now, inside 50. West can't take the mark. Tup from Elliott, only as far as 𝐬𝐿𝐼. He mops it up okay. Good hands there from Bice. And now 𝐵𝐿𝐼 shifts the hands to Lloyd. The sweeping hand pass to Papley. It's a tricky one from here. Oh, blind hand pass. That works okay for Roses. Keeps it up. Papley charges through. That's going to be ball. Good pressure from Houston. It's not ball. Geez, that's unlucky. Thought that would have been paid. Ball to be on here. Roses, spin move. Clever. Just not ball. Geez, the tackling pressure from Collingwood looks on. Well, this is exactly what we need. Bit of a good challenge early on here. And, oh, geez, I thought that was an injury for a sec. Nope, Jordan just absolutely clobbered. Took about 3 Pies players to take him down. Ed Allen's free. Yeah, he's feeling that one. Well, Ed Allen now will go along down the line. Contested players to compete for this. Tommy Mack and McStay. Good mark. And now we'll go long towards inside 50. Who can fly here? 𝐸𝐿𝐼 off hands. Was able to do okay. Josh Sarong now. Flicks the hands here to Chad. We've got the outer number here of Roses, but Chad wants to pin the ears and attack the corridor. He's done too much. Done a bit too much. That's the Chad we all know and love, isn't it? Now Collingwood back the other way. Nick Dacos can hit a good spot with a kick and find 𝐓𝐡𝐞. It's a good play from the Pies. Well, you've got to ride the good and bad, unfortunately, with Chad. He can be a bit too adventurous at times. He had Roses on the outer. Should have used him. But it's good pressure from Collingwood. So, 𝐓𝐡𝐞, he had a sider early on this quarter. He can kick another here for Collingwood. They've got a cushion here, Collingwood. They've started well. 𝐓𝐡𝐞's kick looks pretty good. 2 goals, 1 play, zip. Well, yeah, no, they've defended really well. Collingwood bringing the heat, bringing the intensity. Tackling pressure's been very good. So let's see how we work our way through this. Well, yeah, Chad he had Roses on the outer there. Could have just, you know, he lured and made. I just had to flick the hand pass over the top, and we could have been out through Roses there. So, yeah, he sort of sold himself into trouble there, Chad. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 with his first. Yeah, no, we've had a few slow starts the last few weeks. Melbourne and North. It's turning into a bit of a theme the last couple of weeks. Well, we'd like to try and get the next here and put a bit of scoreboard pressure back on them. Ball back in the middle here. 4 to 11 inside 50s. That's not ideal, but the centre bounce work. We can show some damage as we work the hands out here. Row bottom. Dumps it inside 50. Probably wasn't the right idea because we have the overlapping hand pass option, but it's in a dangerous spot nonetheless. 𝐸𝐿𝐼 shifts the hands. Ed Allen gets his way in there. That's why. No, it's the man from Coffs Harbour. Guess who? Angus Anderson. Love to see him thriving at the Pies. Ground level ball to be won. Sheldrick. Good pressure again from Collingwood. Win the ball back. Now, Ned Long can go deep here towards the pocket. It's not a great kick. And James Jordan. That's a good intercept mark as Dacos is shifted forward. Dropped it short now to Wicks. And 𝐸𝐿𝐼 out across to Grundy. And they can use the corridor here, Sydney. But they go back to Jordan. And across now to 𝐸𝐿𝐼. Trying to work our way through this as we got the outnumber. 𝐸𝐿𝐼's kick's no good. That's a bad kick. But it's going to be a bit of a fortuitous one as it slips past Frampton. Steen shows a bit of pace. Marty, good closing speed. He works the hand Steen to add Will Parker. Ball to be won here. Anderson clean. Not so clean was Ed Allen. Ball to be won again. Row bottom. Flicks it back here to Wicks. Dumps it on the shoe. Now he's got to go here. Chad. He spools it forward. Who's going to get on the end of this one? McDonald. Good hands to 𝐸𝐿𝐼. He can straighten up. Oh, but he's made a mare of it. Just couldn't compose himself. Oh, we're on the board. Go footy. Leading the comp and score involvements too, 𝐵𝐿𝐼 𝐸𝐿𝐼. Houston now will lower the eyes. That's a beautiful kick. How about that? The no looker to find Steen. And they found an option on the outer. Jack Buller can go on the corridor to find Anderson. Geez, that's ill discipline personified there. Chad's bloody moved off the mark and Lloyd has worked his way into the protected area. So, geez, you can't be having that early on. Bit of ill discipline, but, well, the boy from Coffs Harbour can get on the scoreboard here. And he's been kicking some goals, Angus Anderson. Feels like every week he bombs up with a goal or two, but, yeah, just, I don't know what Chad's doing. He's had an absolute brain fade there. Well, it's pretty much just going to be a free goal here. So the first 3 conceded, not really ideal. Yeah, there you go. 6 games, 5 goals. Oh, Anderson should kick this goal. Directly in front. All right, Collingwood started well their first 3. Swannies Academy player, of course, Angus Anderson. Oh, no. What have we said? We're getting outplayed early on. Well, that's nice movement from the back up from Collingwood. Beautiful kick in from Houston. And, well, we'd like to have that back. I don't know how Bullock can get himself all alone. Probably, yeah, Edwards getting sucked in there. And it's just really unforgivable sort of stuff. Yeah, I don't know what Chad's doing. He's had an absolute mare there. Let's see if we can win this one out the middle. Marty, oh, how about that for a hit out? And 𝐓𝐿𝐷 extracts it out now. Tap back from Buller was clever, and Collingwood can get possession back. Elliott to Houston. Inboard now to Jamie Elliott and can shift the kick inboard. It's a nice one at Allen. He's not going to be paid the mark though. And now back here to Anderson. Good tackle from 𝐓𝐿𝐷. Didn't have prior though, so ball's still alive here to 𝐿𝐿𝐷. Back here to Allen. Out across to Buller. Snaps it inside 50. He'll drop short here to 𝐓𝐿𝐷. And that's a really good mark. 𝐓𝐿𝐷 just didn't get his eyes on it. Lost his bearing somewhat in that marking contest. We're getting beat convincingly around the board here. You know, their intensity's been really good. Collingwood getting first the ball, shifting it forward. Anyway, they quickly hand it off now to Maynard. He goes deep, and it's going to be rushed through for a minor score. So, need a bit of a wake-up here, really in all facets of the game. Need to try and get some inside 50s our way. That'd be handy. Sarong now to 𝐓𝐿𝐷. Going to go long down the line here. McDonald in a good spot. And Amani at the back to get this one. Now goes inboard here to Chad. Just dumps it on the shoe. Bit of a nothing kick. It might work well here to 𝐵𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐷. Here we go. Now he's been pretty good from the set shots. 𝐵𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐷, 2 set shots, 2 goals right through the eye. Did a little. So let's see if he can go here. Well, Marty did well there. He just knew he didn't have to commit to that contest. And ball spilled out the back for him. So let's see if 𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐷 can go here. Yeah, that was that Angry Anderson, wasn't it, 𝐸𝐴𝐿𝐷? I think I've seen that. All right, let's see if 𝐵𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐷 can kick this. 2 set shots, 2 goals, 3 set shots. Oh, 2 goals, damn. Well, there's his first behind. Thanks very much for subscribing, 𝐸𝐿𝐿𝐷. As Karen, I've seen you before that you're a British Sydney. You are that British. Oh, I'm not British at all. I'm Australian. I don't know why you think I'm British. I can commentate in a Cockney accent. Right, Josh Sarong here out to Callum Mills. Round the corner. He goes inside 50. Joel 𝐼𝐿𝐷 can fly. Jordan 𝐿𝐿𝐷 here. No, you got to love it. But you don't got to love this start from a Swans perspective. Christ, come on, lads. Got to wake up here. Ball to be one in the middle. Houston works it forward. Rowbottom extracts it back to McDonald. Now to Mills. And good pressure there from McCree. Forces a miss kick. And Maynard, that's all going to be his, but he drops a gettable mark. Houston off hands, does okay. Back here to 𝐸𝐿𝐷. He's under the pump against Roses and does well, holds him up. 𝐓𝐿𝐷, good hands to Heaney. He's under the pump. Just has to dump it inside 50. Dumps it short. It works to Joel. You sound British. Oh. Well, it's interesting because some people on here have said in the past, you've got the most Aussie accent ever. So it's either I'm British or I'm Aussie. So to be fair, I'm actually half Northern Irish. My dad's side's from Northern Ireland, so not British. Well, Great Britain. British is like England. Anyway, Joel Amartey, need a goal here. It's going to be a difficult shot, though. Set shots have been hit and miss, and it continues. He's put that out the full. Well, I think we're due a bit of a Joel Amartey, an absolute shocker there, and he's put that one out in the full, so no good. Houston now to 𝐴𝐥𝐿, who started this game well. It's a short spot with the kick out to Rowan Steele. Steele now go long down the line. Pushed out a bit too easily at Tommy McCartan. Well done from West. Now shifts the hands inboard here to Crisp. Oh, beautiful evasion. Now he can go deep inside 50 here. One out. Jordan, almost with the 1 point. It's a dangerous spot. He's given it right to Daicos. Left foot snap. Nick Daicos. Oh, he's kicked a beauty, the little champ. What a goal. Well, it was almost a beautiful one-handed slips cut scrub there from James Jordan, but he... Oh, you know, you drop the ball in a dangerous spot for Daicos to go and get, and he snapped an absolute beauty on his non-preferred. Well, the team defence isn't looking quite sharp so far early on here. They've been able to run the ball through the corridor a bit too easily at times, but it's also been a lot of just contest wins up the ground. Tommy Mack getting a bit too easily, so yeah, it feels like we're getting killed in the air also as well. So. Yeah, I mean, really, it was a beautiful assist from James Jordan, you can say. Yeah, Daicos swinging forward in this passage of play over the last few minutes, I'd say. What a rove, what a goal. It's pretty special. Oh, geez, now to try and find the next here. Starting to slip out of her favour a bit. First forward to Collingwood. Here we go, out the front, 𝐓𝐿𝐷rick. Can go inside 50 with this kick. And ball to be won here at ground level. McDonald, Maynard, a really good tackle. Umpire's pill. So we have it where we want it. Forward 50 stoppage. Grundy in a good position. Hits it out to row bottom. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 overruns it. And umpire's ball. So 5:48 to play here. 26-2. Let's see what we can manufacture. We saw some beautiful goals from forward 50 stoppages last week. Grundy down to the Paps. Let's see what we can manufacture here. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 can't quite get on the end of that. And now Pies shift the hands. That's an ambitious hand pass from side bottom, excuse me. Hayes does really well. And now to Jeremy Howe. And that's going to be touched or lasso. What is it? Last disposal. Yeah, it just feels like they're getting there first and able to work the hands well. The pressure's not really been good enough from us, so really need a lift here. Lloyd, a long bomb inside 50. Amartey brings it to ground. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 in a good spot. Snap around the corner. It's not going to get there. 𝐼𝐷 not a bad effort, but Maynard all over that for the rush behind. Yeah, no, he's a good play, Smith. Yeah, I feel like people just hate on him for the sake of it. Like, you know, he's not a perfect player. He has flaws like any player, but it's really quite forceful, some of the shit I see on the internet. Really, any opposition supporter would love to have him. Maynard now out here to 𝐴𝐿𝐷rick, but Wicks reads it okay. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 crashes over 𝐓𝐿𝐷rick. Jeez, the wheeze. That's a risky kick. Non-preferred. Oh, McStay's dropped his marbles. Dropped the ball. Oh, jeez, the wheeze. Okay. Anyways, works it now to 𝐴𝐿𝐷rick. And now Elliott. Good hands here from Collingwood as the overlap. Oh, 𝐴𝐥𝐿𝐷rick. Clever. And the kick inside 50 looks pretty good. It's beautiful. Nick Daicos on the end of it. No, it's a beautiful kick from 𝐴𝐿𝐷rick. Really, that was an advantageous kick to him. Well, let's see if Daicos can slot this. It's going to be a tricky kick, but definitely in his repertoire. Well, I can make it 5 unanswered here, Collingwood. Started well too, Daicos. Let's see if it can guide this one through. Oh, you betcha. What a goal from 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼. He's got 2 in the first quarter. And Collingwood have 5. Wow. 0 goals 3, plays 5 goals 2. Well, how about this for a bit of a wake-up call, eh? Yeah, to try and find a way to put a bit of scoreboard pressure. But, geez, it just feels a bit too easy from the Pies. Their contest work is absolutely smashing us, it feels like, at the minute. Clearance is 7 of 4. Contested ball +5. So it isn't necessarily a smashing, but one team's looking really intense on and off the ball, whilst we're looking quite the different. So, yeah, geez, really need to up the intensity from our point of view. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼's got 2. He started really well. Let's see if we can win it out of the middle. We've won it out of the middle the last couple of times. Just can't make good use of it inside 50. Scores from the defensive half as well. I think we've defended transition pretty well this year. So already 4 goals in the first half. Not really ideal there. Oh, I've already given away a 666 warning. Grundy now hits it into space. McInerney has his back to the ball, and Ed Allen gets the clearance. Jamie Elliott now. Good smother from Tommy Mack. Ball to be won here. 𝐓𝐿𝐼. Can't get a clean possession. Bice to 𝐴𝐚𝐛𝐾 to 𝐓𝐿𝐼. And it's going to be late contact free. Okay, 𝐴𝐚𝐛𝐾's ball. Okay, well, now we just need to try and get a goal before quarter time. That would be handy. Right, we now use the width here nicely to Serong. Hitting a short kick here now to 𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐼. Long ball inside 50. Who can fly here? 𝐚𝐿𝐼 can't quite. Roses at ground level. Just can't get on the end of it. Right, well, forward 50 stoppage here. Need to try and lock this ball in at least until quarter time, but Collingwood just getting it out a bit too easily. Grundy out of the ruck. Well done. Well done, Brody. Geez, he absolutely ragdolled the youngster there of 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼. We'll take it. Netted that. And it's guess who? Big Brody Grundy. Well, 1 goal 3, plays 5 goals 2. So still not been an ideal start, but just needed that goal. Sometimes you need that goal to get a bit of confidence. So, yeah, much needed. But, yeah, no, good positioning there from Grundy. Did it well. Snap for goal. Right through the middle. Needed that. Oh, well, hallelujah. Hallelujah. I thought it was going to be Port Adelaide 2024 all over again. Well, we needed that. Geez, that's an interesting stat. Disposals per goal, 84. 16.4 for Collingwood, obviously, because they've kicked 5, so that makes sense. Geez, Louise, we've already given away 666 free. What's with the ill discipline tonight? Inside 50, 𝐿𝐼, that's all his. I tell you, talking about ill-disciplined games, remember the Essendon game last year at Marvel? We gave, I think, what was it, 4 or 5 50-metre penalties? Absolutely shocking. Bice hits a good spot with a kick for Will Edwards. Now back to Blakey. And across here to Rowbottom. Bice provides an option, but couldn't really get the hands out. Rowie. Game 150, of course, for Rowbottom too. Having a good start to the year. Now goes long down the line. Grundy can fly. Steen, that's a good effort too. He gets front position, and now they can shift the hands here. Collingwood. Jeez. What's his face? McCreary had his back to the ball. Rowbottom lucky there. Gets a high free. And now he can shift the hands here to Bice. Long kick inside 50. He can fly here. 𝐚𝐿𝐼. Oh! He's paid the mark. Jeez, he flew there. Let's see this again. I just need to... That's not a fucking mark. It's not a mark. That is not a mark. It's a great effort, but it's not a mark. I think we're going to get away with on here if he kicks it. Probably football justice if he misses. But can I say with 𝐚𝐿𝐼, it feels like he's taken so many good 80% marks. Kerner around the corner. Well, there you go. That's football justice personified. He's missed. Nah, I can't be mad with that. I mean, I'd like to see better conversion there from Charlie, but it gets what it deserves. He didn't mark the ball. All right, corridor's on here for Collingwood. Need to tighten up here. Anderson started well. Out here to Frampton. Now back here to 𝐓𝐴. Just has to jag the hands to Houston. Not getting him onto the full, so now we can go back the other way. 𝐓𝐴 𝐿𝐴 fumbling there. And a panic toe poke only as far as Frampton. It's looked a bit fumbly, Gus. Well, yeah, as I said, Curnow feels like he's taken a lot of those sort of 80% marks. He's getting up and he's almost taken the whole thing, and then he just drops at the last split second. 𝐓𝐴 now goes long down the line. Got some numbers around this one. Good spoil from 𝐵𝐿𝐴. Slap forward now from Anderson. Geez, that's disappointing. We had the outnumber there, and they've still been able to win the contest, Collingwood. And now inside 50, Elliott. 𝐵𝐿𝐴 under the pump here. Oh, 𝐵𝐿𝐴 did okay. Puts it in a dangerous spot, though. 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐿𝐴 flicks it back to Rowbottom. Just has to absorb the tackle. Does okay. 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Risky kick. Looks like that's going to be pushing out at the full. Drop mark from Parker. Keeps his feet. Back here to side bottom. And 𝐵𝐿𝐴 pushes him out. Well, now they're going to show the replay here. Just hits the belly of the ball. It's been disappointing, his conversion, Charlie. It felt like at Carlton, he barely missed these opportunities. So I like a bit more from him in that sort of area of his game. Slap forward from McInerney. Heaney jags it on the shoe, and that's going to be a last disposal free. So, yeah, I think really quarter time can't come quick enough for us. I think we're getting smacked in the face here a bit. It feels like the last few minutes we've been able to somewhat stabilise and win some contests, but yeah, scoreboard not really in our favour as Houston. Well, they can still get maybe one more chance here, Collingwood. Misses a few players. Ground level, who can win this one? 𝐵𝐿𝐴 tries and plays for the free, not going to get it. West tackled well from Mills. Ball spills out, side bottom. Grundy flicks it to 𝐓𝐿𝐴 round the corner. That's a risky kick, could drop short, but McDonald in a good spot. Well, time run out here, so 1 goal 4 plays. Oh, geez, it's good timing because we're on the out here, so that's a shame. Well, not an ideal start. 1 goal 4 plays, 5 goals 2. It's been a really good start from Collingwood, though. Their pressure and hunt, intensity, the tackling's been excellent too. They're not really giving us much space in tight. And yeah, no, they've taken their chances pretty well. 5 goals 2, whilst we've been 1 goal 4. So yeah, 20 to 14 inside 50s, 6 to 8 in the clearances, 36-35 contested 42. Yeah, I felt like the last few minutes we were able to be a bit better in the contested game, but yeah, still not really been an ideal start. We're struggling to absorb their pressure well, and they've forced us into a bit of misuse. So yeah, no, need to really turn things around after quarter time. But it felt like you know, the last few minutes we somewhat were able to keep our head afloat and marginally get ourselves back into the game with a goal back through Grundy. And you know, Kerner could have had that goal too. But yeah, it's something we're not unusual with. Sometimes we are capable of slow starts, but you know, to be fair, every side's capable of slow starts, so we're not really alone in that. Oh, look at the play stats though. So yeah, 𝐴𝐿𝐴's a brilliant start. Already 2 goals to his name with 8 disposals. Anderson started well with a goal and 4 touches into go. He's looked pretty fresh out there. He's already got 11 disposals himself. Dan Houston been really good back there with 7. Ed Allen with 5. Josh 𝐴𝐿𝐴's with 6. Oscar Steen, I think he's holding his ground okay against Grundy. He's done some alright things. Grundy himself though is getting a lot of it with 8 disposals. Tommy McCartney. Yeah, there's a few opportunities he'd like to have back, a few one-on-one contests he's lost, so that's not really ideal from his point of view. Rowbottom with 7 disposals, but it's been a quiet start from a few. Chad, just 2 touches. Heaney's getting involved with 7 disposals, but feels like the midfield collectively could really start to get to work a bit. Marks inside 54-3, so it's pretty much dead even. I think it's really been off Collingwood's good pressure, getting the ball in there quickly. 5-3 contested marks as well in their favour. Well, need a response. Need a response. Need a Grundy emote says, no, yeah, I should get one sorted. Let me actually see how many emojis, thingos I've got, because I know, like, with depending on how many members you get, you can get more slots for unlocking emojis, so there's that. Where are we? Geez, it's been a while since I've tried to search through customization. No. Community. Memberships, here we go. Not confident in the game. Yeah, it feels like that one could really go either way. No Gunston, no Barras, a few ins, depth ins for Hawthorn, whilst the D's yet to lose at the MCG, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I feel like that one could really go either way. Let's see. So, if we go... Here we go. Badges and emoji. So I've actually already reached the limit for amount of emojis. So I might need to swap one out. Like, you know, Buddy Franklin's obviously retired, so I could maybe get rid of his. Got the lizard emoji as well. It's got a nice crop of emojis, of course. It's been a while since I've updated the Chad Warner emoji. The photo of him, he's still got blonde hair. How about that? I miss Chad with the blonde hair. Do miss him. Well, if you just joined us, it's been a really good start from Collingwood. They've got 5 goals, 2, whilst we've been 1 goal, 4. Yeah, no, they're really getting in our faces. Their intensity, tackling pressure's been brilliant. They're playing with a bit of gumption, and whilst the other way, they've kicked 4 goals from the back half, and it's not necessarily been through overlap, hand pass, or whatever. It's been a lot of you know, kicks long down the line, and then they win that contest, and they really get on their bikes. So yeah, we want to try and get back into this game. Well, you can't beat that, Smith. That was a moment not to forget. Obviously, I didn't watch it live. I was, what, 3 years old or something back then, but yeah, no, it's a cracker of a photo as well. We'll need a response here. Do need to try and respond. Getting, you know, punched in the mouth here. We're copping a few punches from this Collingwood side. But yeah, no, they themselves, they're looking really settled behind the ball too. Daicos starting in the centre bounce, side bottom on the wing. Sam, hopefully going well, mate. Welcome. Oh, it's hard to go against Gold Coast up there, Smith. Chance for 10 in a row, and by the way, that game I think is starting soon. I think it's just started, so we'll probably get we'll actually load up the flash score. Well, quarter number 2. Let's see if we can respond this turn. We're underway. Steam with the early hit out. Heaney gets the hunt back here to McInerney, out across now to Bice. So we've done this a couple of times. Like the centre bounce work, I think has been okay. We're getting first possession, but it's just really post the clearance and macking a muck of it, and there you go, just a dump kick and Houston intercept mark. So looking a bit rushed too with some of our disposal. Houston though, he's, yeah, as I said before, having a good year. Intercept mark, he goes long down the line. Melican, 2 bites, the cherry, couldn't quite take it. McStay to Daicos, good hands, that's really good hands. They're out here, Collingwood. 𝐴𝐿𝐼 can lower the kick inside 50. Looks good for Elliott, takes the grab. Alright, yep, just started the Suns in Port game, so we'll bring this one up on the browser source. Now this one is not right, obviously. Switch that now. Actually, no, that's not right either. Is it? I mean, I could. I'll just do this. This is fine. Anyways, chance for Jamie Elliott to kick a beautiful goal. This is definitely within his repertoire. Kicks on its way. Does it swing back the right way? Doesn't quite mind a score. Okay. Beautiful. Here we go. Jeez, it's a bit big. I'll, sorry, I have to do a bit of a on the fly. Oh, jeez, that's just too small. Edwards now. Out to Tommy McCartan. Over the top now to Cunners. Selling ourselves into trouble here. Just... Yeah, but, you know, we're very capable of this. You know, the hand passing game has been great and all, but, gee, sometimes we sell ourselves into a bit of trouble. There we go. Staying out of the ruck. That's really well done. Jams the kick forward now. Slump forward from 𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐼, and long. Only as far as 𝐵𝐿𝐼. Over the top to Chad. Just having to wear this tackle and dumps it on the shoe, and they've set up well with Collingwood behind the ball. Jack Crisp can now play on and go to the pocket. Oh, that's just a bit too easy. Way too easy. Young Will Hayes all on his own. Well, there it is again. Just rush disposals. I mean, Chad doesn't... He doesn't really have to jam that on his boot. He can just take the tackle and reset, ball up, but he just... Well, it is a forced error, I should say, because it was pressured, but... Anyway, Will Hayes can kick a goal here, but he's... Well, he's swung it back okay, but he's put it across the face, and that's an absolute let-off there. That's a classic range where you just really should be drop punting the pill, but you're going for this snap crap. 𝐵𝐿𝐼 now. Tommy Mack. Back across now to 𝐵𝐿𝐼. Switches on, and it looks good out here to Edwards. So he just needs to try and measure the kick to the wing, but he will go long down the line instead. He can fly here, Logan. Good effort, and he gets on the end of this one okay, and he keeps his feet. Logan, how's the kick? Just can't quite get over the top of Howe. That's a good intercept mark. Not really a great kick, though, from McDonald. And back here now to Maynard. Wants to take on the corridor, and it's a good enough kick to find 𝐷𝐿𝐼. So now we'll go out wide here, back to Howe. And it's a good kick, finding on the wing. Parker, looks like that one just stayed in. Back the other way, Collingwood go 𝐵𝐼. No, 𝐵𝐿𝐼, excuse me, well done. What's he doing? Oh, jeez, 𝐵𝐿𝐼 didn't realise it was play on. Dumps it on the shoe, and there you go, another rush disposal. Turnover. Oh, Handy can get on this bike to try and chase this one down, but they've got the outnumber here, Collingwood. Need to bring the pressure. Well done there from 𝐵𝐼. Oh, geez, the bounce, the ball doesn't really favour him. Jordan, that's a good hunt. 𝐵𝐼 gets the possession. Oh, well done from 𝐷𝐿𝐼, reads it well. Now his brother Josh gets in the way. Can't get a clean possession. And it's going to be a free here to Grundy, looking like he got him high. Well, it was well done there from 𝐵𝐼. He did really well, just couldn't get the half volley. Anyways, we're working now to Chad. Well, I don't know. Is he capable here? Now you try and find the next whatsoever, though. Gold Coast for the first. Didn't really need to say, but if you can't see the scoreboard, they kick the first. So. Charlie Warner. Let's see if we can goal here. 1 goal, so directly a 4-goal game, I should say. Charlie Warner. Ooh, could he kick it here? No, he cannot. Sneaks it just in for a minor score. 1 goal 5, so the goal kicking hasn't really been ideal from our point of view. But, you know, that you can pretty much mark that in for a behind regardless. It's a very difficult range to score. How now? No fuss, goes long down the line. Got some numbers around this one. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 could have taken the fly, but wasn't able to. Cunningham, well, he just gives that one right to side bottom. A few misplaced hand passes. 𝐵𝐿𝐼 goes to ground. Grundy getting involved. The hand pass could have been a bit better. So, geez, forced and unforced errors with our disposal here. 𝐷𝐿𝐼 back to his brother of Josh. Inside 50. Edwards in a good spot. Can't take it. Surely that's infringement. Yes, it is. Wait. Oh, no, it's not paid. Geez, I thought he was unlucky there. I thought it was a whistle for a free kick. I thought he got crunched in his back there, Edwards. Anyway, Ned Long out the back goals. Well, they get to work again. Collingwood, the pressure, fantastic. Well, there it is again. Intensity, pressure, Huns. Collingwood are absolutely on tonight. But there is long bomb inside 50. Yeah, no, I don't really thought, to be fair, that wasn't really infringement. But 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴, bad hand pass there. There was about 3 Collingwood players on him there. It was pretty much run into a bunch of roadblocks there. And Ned Long dribbles it through. Oh, geez, good timing for the rain to start coming down when we're down by such a deficit. And a few of our defenders were on the outer there. We thought we were able to get that. We just had that trust that 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴 was going to get that gather, but he wasn't able to as Grundy. Well, there we go. It was due for a crossing the line free, and there it is. Sustain now. Long bomb inside 50. Who can fly here? 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴 in a good spot. Good contest from Buller. And it's another high free here, so chance to settle with Jordan out wide here to 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐴. Across now to Cunners, back here to 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐴. And he can cut inboard here. That's a nice bit of toe from 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐴 as he's able to show. Works it to Roses. Marcus paid to Roses. And can't quite find the kick, but we just can't find anything inside 50. Collingwood looking really good defensively. Long bombs, short kicks, cutting angles. Just nothing's working in the minute. Long down the line. Bullock makes a good contest of it, but we've got numbers behind the ball. Mills back the other way. Bit of a dumpy old kick. Steen back with a flight. Row bottom. Ball to be won here. 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐴. No, that's 𝐬𝐸, excuse me. Papley, toe poke, only as far as side bottom. Ned Long keeps it in front. Does really well. Taps it forward to 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐴. He soccers it forward to 𝐸𝐸. And he can get on the end of this one. The soccer again. They continue it here. 𝐬𝐸 quite clean at ground level there. Edwards tackled well. Umpire's ball. Oh, geez. Fortunate free there. I thought that just would have been umpire's ball. Edwards absorbed the tackle well, but looks like 𝐓𝐡𝐞's tackle slipped a bit high. Now Edwards goes towards the wing. It's not the greatest kick. He had Bice on the wing there, and 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐴 back with a flight, a good mark. 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐴 now, long down the line. At the back here, 𝐓𝐡𝐿𝐴 can get on the end of it and dump it inside 50. And it could drop. We're in a good spot here for Hayes. Cunningham does okay. Buller crushes his way through. Ned Long gets the kick forward. And, geez, want to score. Geez, it feels like we're really slipping away in the contested game again. Like, that was a 4-on-1 there on Long, and he still gets this shot on goal. So, really getting outworked in a lot of facets of the game here. Can't really get our drive and our cleanliness going. See if we can make a contest of this. And Marty does well. Brings it down to Roses here. And can he have a better kick? And no, he can't quite. They're just looking so good defensively, Collingwood. Intercept marks galore at the minute. And they go back through the corridor here. Steen under the pump. Just gets the hands away. 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐴, stiff arm. That was really well done. Now works it over the top here to Buller. He gets it back. 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐴. He can use the overlapping option here of 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐴. Ball bounces in his favour. 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐴 goes the bump. Should have went the ball. 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐴 over the top. They've worked it well here. Collingwood to 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐴. Over to McStay. Who can win this contest? 𝐸𝐸𝐴𝐴. He looks cooked. McCartan just dumps it on the shoe. They've shaped themselves around the ball really nicely here, Collingwood, as they work their hands. Houston snapping shot around the corner. Has it got the leg? Doesn't have it. It's quite minus score. Rush through. Oh, man, gee, that passage of play. Christ. Where's the hunt and intensity and ball winning from us at the minute? Getting absolutely smashed. Mills now to Bice. Out to 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐴. He's outnumbered here. Needs to make a good contest of it. Does okay. Looks like it was an arm chop there and he will win the free. Corridors on here. 𝐸𝐿𝐴𝐴 now to row bottom. Another 30 behind, says Tom. Yeah, that'd be handy, mate. Lloyd, got to be marking that football. It's a good tackle, though. Umpire's ball. Grundy hit down is nice to Chad. Blast inside 50. Who's at ground level here? Maynard, a good spoil. Amadi. Oh, fumbles and takes it over. Ball in. So 31 point, excuse me, margin in favour of Collingwood. Continuing this really good second quarter. Defence is looking schmick, and yeah, we're not really able to find any sort of avenues inside 50. It's either been long bombs or trying to find the target, and they've been able to pick it off. Well, we've gotten a goal from a 450 stoppage from Grundy. Let's see if we can get a goal here from one of our forwards. Ball to be won here. Heaney extracts the hands out. Papley back here to Chad. Centering kick. It's probably going to rush through here. And it is. Geez, Frampton absolutely crushed himself through there. And just the minor score. So 1 goal 6. Directly now a 5-goal game. Seem to be looking for the Hollywood high-risk option with the handball to kicks. Looks at blind handballs. Yeah, no, it definitely feels like that too. And they've been able to cut it off so well. Yeah, Frampton doesn't look good. He absolutely crashed himself into that contest. Maybe a bit winded, we'll see. Out of the game, 12-13, so that's looking like a bit more of a closer contest, I suppose. Yeah, it's snap of the head. Might have just winded himself or concussed himself. Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, probably a bit of winded. Well, he's obviously going to be off for a HIA here, Frampton, so hopefully he's all okay. Yep, there was a rush behind before this incident occurred, so Howe will now bring it back into play. Now we'll kick it short here to 𝐓𝐿. And he'll look to blast outside 50. And, geez, I mean, all on his own, young Will Parker there. I mean, how have we made that work? Parker now down the line. Edwards has got to go. Missed the spoil. It's going to be against him. Yeah, no, definitely there. So it's going to be Fred, another youngster here, Charlie West. Kicked a lovely goal to start this game. Thanks very much for subscribing. Yeah, now Swanee supporter island, mates. Inside 50, McStay. Young Angus Anderson can get the snap away. Can it get home? Bouncing ball doesn't favour him. Minor score. So we're pretty fortuitous at the same time. Collingwood have been a bit inaccurate. They could be up by a bit more. 1 goal 5. There you go. 6 scoring shots to 2. And we've kicked 0 goals 2 ourselves. Blakey now. Gunners drops it short now to Mills. Too much hang time on the kick, but there we go. So that's why I like Strong on the wing. He's got that height advantage and able to take that on a mismatch of Parker. But it has been an issue. They've really stifled our ball movement well here, Collingwood. Not really giving us much avenues. We have to try and be adventurous and Strong gain some metres there. Now we'll hit the kick towards the wing to find Roses. Another disposal this second term. Can it be a better kick? Can't quite. The use inside 50 just not really working. And now they win the ball back here, Collingwood, and clear back the other way through Maynard towards the wing. That's a good grab from McStay. Leaps well. Now, in the corridor they go here. They work the hands to Josh Dacos. Breaks a tackle. Flicks over the top into space for Parker to go and get. Ball sits up for him. Cunners applies some pressure. Hand pass in the space of Allen. Taps it forward nicely here for Rowan Steen to get on the end of... Rowan Steele, excuse me. Centering kick. Just got to rush it through. And it's going to be an arm over the shoulder free here. So it's going to be against, I think that was West. Edwards now gives the hands to Blakey. All right, well, let's see if we can try and find something here. Bice. Schultz, good pressure. Forces a miss kick there from Bice. Win the ball back here. Collingwood in a dangerous spot. Beautiful kick from Houston. This should work. No, West drops the mark. Elliott always dangerous. And this one is going to be out in the full, or is it going to be a ball in? Well, there it is again, like brilliant pressure from Collingwood. It's that man Schultz. Yeah, I mean, that's quite fortunate too. They weren't able to capitalise off that turnover. Well, they're going to ball it in here. One goal, 6 plays, 6 goals to 7 forward 50 stoppage. Chad, yeah, it's going to be high. Yeah, no, it was definitely there against Warner. Well, luckily they had a mark inside 50 after it, but they're not going to be paying advantage. Yeah, no, it was definitely there. Well, 𝐓𝐿𝐴 can definitely blast one. Whenever I think of 𝐓𝐿𝐴 long goals, it's the bombs from... what was it again? That was the bomb against Carlton in that 2022 game. That was when they got back into it and pinched against the Blues. Anyway, 𝐓𝐿𝐴 can go bang here from outside 50. Kicks on its way. Feels like they're due a goal after a few misses. But no, he's missed that one. So yeah, we probably should be down by a lot more. Collingwood have been really inaccurate this quarter. Can't really generate much momentum or consistency and any sort of repeat entries of ourselves. Just looking quite lost here. We have to really explore the corridor here. 𝐓𝐴𝐤𝐛𝐽 usually marks that one, but drops it. Back the other way. Collingwood can go now. Works the hands. Hayes to Crisp. Bit too easy here. Steen can get on the end of it. Steele, excuse me. Keep on mispronouncing his name. Rowan Steele. Oscar Steen. I get mixed up with their names. Another miss. 6 goals, 9 now. 𝐼𝐴𝐤𝐿𝐴 now. It's a good spot with a kick at Edwards. And he's got an option on the wing. Just wants to go long to the contest though. McDonald can fly from the side. Brings it to ground. Taps it back. That's clever to Lloyd. And they'll do. Gain some field position here with the ball in centre wing. And there it is. Handball meters gain, only 14 for us. That's one of our biggest strengths. And we just can't really execute it here. I think it's also been in the expense of Collingwood defending the ground really well. The pressure's been excellent. McDonald gets front position, slaps it down. Not clean enough for one of our on-ballers there as Collingwood win the clearance, but oh geez, Josh Dankos drops the ball, so back the other way we can punish. Lloyd jams it on the shoe, nothing to go to. 𝐼𝐿𝐴 can win this one. And here we go, holding free for Charlie. Oh geez, we need this. We've been very lucky. Collingwood have missed a number of shots this second quarter, so we can cut the margin very smallly. And he's kicked it, Charlie. Hooray. Had to hold my breath there because I thought he'd miss. Oh, hallelujah. We needed that. Yeah, 1 goal 2 to 1 goal 7. It should have been back the other way from Collingwood, but it was a costly fumble there from Josh Dankos. And, hey, no, we pounced on it and making pace. That's important. So 2 goals, 6 plays, 6 goals, 9. Well, let's see if we can win this one out of the middle. We've been able to do it a few times, but just really post the clearance, we struggle to win the contest, or we have a rush disposal that leads to an intercept. So we need to show a bit of composure. I think that's important as well. Ball back in the middle. Buller goes with the hit out. 𝐓𝐴𝐤𝐛𝐽 crushes it well. Spills forward. Good hunt there from Buller. And he's tackled well from 𝘍𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴. Ball up here. Grundy now hits it out into space. 𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴. Anderson. They need to try and win this ball back, but they get it forward here. Collingwood. Blakey should be marking that football. Dispossessed here, so good pressure back the other way. Smother was good from Edwards. Mills, the rain's starting to tumble down now. Clean ball coming at a premium. That's a great tackle from 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Umpire's ball. It's been a big difference in the game too. Collingwood sticking tackles, forcing us into misuse, and there's just times in traffic where Collingwood are getting out a little bit too easy. The frontal pressure from us has not been good enough. Grundy's free. Drop the kick short here for Callum Mills. Now out wide here to Sarong. Fans getting the ponchos on. Back to Warner now. And Right, here we go. Warner now takes the game on. That's a better kick. Oh, should be marking that one, 𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿, but he does well. He hunts it okay. Spills out of his favour. Sarong backing up. Warner just jugs the kick inside 50. Chance for Logan. Good spool from Frampton. Ball now towards the boundary line as Houston mops it up and tackled well from 𝐼𝐻𝐿. They've been pretty quiet this first half. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 had the shot on goal earlier, but somewhat unfair to point him out. Feels like we've just got a bit too many passengers this game. Grundy now gets front position here against Buller. Slaps it forward only as far as Maynard, and we'll go again. Another ball in. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you've just joined us. Collingwood first half been very good. Got a buffer on us here. Sort of fortuitous this margin is only... the margin is, it's only a few goals in it, but about, roughly 4 goals in it. Grundy out of the ruck, spills it. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 gets the disposal away to 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Oh, geez, usually cleaning that, but again, you sort of give him a mulligan at the same time because it is wet out there. We need the grip on the mitts. 5.5 minutes till half time. So 27 points the margin is. Ball in. In out from Brodie, the Chad. Good pressure there from Collingwood, not allowing him to get the hands out. Ball here to be won again. Steen to Crisp, and they clear out the 50 here, Collingwood. Ball from West was well done. And they'll gain some territory here, Collingwood, with the ball in just outside their back 50. I don't know, 5-2, mate. We're really getting outplayed. Might just be one of those nights, but who knows? We'd sort of like the rain to go away a bit so we can get our game going a bit, because there's been a few half chances these last few minutes, but then we just have a fumble. And there again, a little one from 𝐼𝐻𝐿. Parker did really well. Good pressure there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 to 𝐼𝐻𝐿. He can have a shot at goal, 𝐼𝐻𝐿, but he's put out the full. Good pressure again from Collingwood. Maynard now, that's going to be out the full. Okay, well, we'll get it back here. Yeah, no, bit of spitting down. Palo, mate, it isn't pouring or anything. It's a bit of showers, so hopefully it clears up a bit. Grundy now back inside 50. Let's have a good kick here. Not quite. Houston mops it up well. They work the hands now here, Collingwood. Ed Allen down the line. It's an okay kick, 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. Can't quite get on the end of that one. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 will keep it in. And we'll take it over. Ball in. So 4.5 minutes till half time. Geez, Brodie's given an absolute rub of the green with the umps. We'll take it. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 now back the other way. 1-on-1 and Marty Frampton. Ball to be won here. Parker. Good pressure from Joel. Ball, all right. See if we can win this contest. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 now to Sarong. High ball up inside 50. McDonald in a good spot. Can't quite take it. As Collingwood again mop up really well. They've dealt with our inside 50 so well, Collingwood. They just seem to have the numbers in the right spots off the spillage. And yeah, it's a lot of unrewarded efforts this game. Like we're getting, it feels like we're getting sufficient supply, just not really making good use of it. Still now. Good spoil from Edwards. Ball in here, centre wing. Grundy now in the front position, just slaps it forward into space for 𝐼𝐻𝐿. We'll try and keep this one in. He does okay. Oh, cops a nasty one on the fence. Another ball in. Well, we're going some meters here, so let's see what we can manufacture. Yeah, long going up in the ruck here for the Pies. Nice hit down to 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐷. He was all on his own. Not a great inside 50. Very shallow ball. Houston. Out across to Frampton. Jeez, he has a bit of evasion skills. That's really well done from the key defender. Now, down the spine. 𝐸𝐼𝐻𝐾𝐬 gets front position. Slap forward was clever from Anderson. Socket forward now from West. Only as far as Mills. Bit of a fumble there. Socket forward again. Bit of chaos style here from Collingwood. And a bit of chaos from us too. And how about that? That works so luckily. 𝐸𝐻𝐾𝐬 just slams it on the shoe via a soccer. It works to 𝐸𝐻𝐾𝐬. And finally, we get a bit of separation up forward. Still outside 50 here, Logan, though. Marks on his chest. We're just going to set it up to a 2-2. 𝐴𝐿𝐷 arriving from the side, though. Marnie with the big jukes. Can't quite take it. And going to be a ball in here. All right, we have it where we want it. Dean Cox looking not so happy in the box. Plenty to solve in the half-time sheds, that's safe to be said. So ball in here. Forward 50 stoppage. Young Steen. And Brodie Grundy. No, it's long going up again. He didn't get there in time, Steen. Grundy hits it out for 𝐻𝐡𝐞, but this one will go out just before he can get there. Well, be a big win here for Collingwood. It feels like we're getting some territory our way, but we're just really struggling to cash in. There you go, 13 inside 50s apiece. Definitely getting the position, but field position, but yeah, not really showing the class. And to try and cash in here. Grundy. Not a great kick there. Oh, geez, 𝐸𝐿𝐷 absolutely hits the crap out of it. This one will be out the full. Yeah, out the full. Well, a lot of long bombing, it feels like, inside 50, but it's also been... it feels like every time the ball hits ground level, who's there to win it? It's just been far too many instances where Collingwood have been able to get that ground ball first in our forward 50 and work their hands out, and out they go. So this is very similar to the game against Hawthorn, where we had a lot of long kicks down the line and we brought it to ground, but they're just the forward half pressure and the ability to win the ground ball, it just wasn't there from us. So anyways, Grundy somehow play on. Anyway, we work it now to 𝐸𝐻𝐾𝐬, back inside 50. Who can take a fly? 𝐸𝐿𝐷 really gets up there. Crisp. Look at this. We have so many numbers around this one. Row bottom. Great tackle from side bottom. Well, it was like bees around the honey pot, that situation. It was Crisp all on his lonesome and ready to try and pick it off. But again, Collingwood's tackling pressure's been very good. Force a stoppage. Grundy against Steen in this one. 𝐸𝐿𝐷 now and is not preferred. Nice. Well, that's what I love about 𝐿𝐷. He's a pretty good dual-footed player. It's an underrated trait to have as an AFL footballer, as we get a much-needed goal, our third. Then we simply needed a goal before the stroke of half-time. Now, last 10 minutes have been better. Like, we're getting field position, just not really making good use of it. So, finally, out of a bit of congestion where it's been such a rarity tonight, we're able to get a clean shot on goal. Yeah, side bottom just didn't really need a toe poke it forward, just tried to jam it on the shoe, and 𝐸𝐷 read it well. Around the corner, snaps on and is not preferred. Well, the margin's 21 points, so look, it's definitely, it's sort of that margin where still a long way to go, but at the same time, it feels like that we could be down by a lot more. Blanky, that's surely front on. Yes, it is there. Nick Blanky's ball. So the Lizard now goes long to the wing. Just can't quite get there for 𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐾𝐬. That's definitely a free. Crushes into his back. Into his front on contact, excuse me. 𝐵𝐼𝐻𝐾𝐬 now will work it to Grundy. Grundy now a bit too cute with a kick, but Heaney can fly. That's a better mark from Isaac. He's got the mitt, sticky mitt smack. Heaney now, oh my goodness, what's he doing? That hit the ground. Oh geez, it looked like that one hit the ground. Unlucky there. Josh Dacos now can jug it to the wing. Get there, 𝐻𝐴𝐺𝐸. Well done. Good fair play there from Isaac. Gets to go back on his feet. Gives him a hand. So ball in here. 51 seconds to go. Just outside our forward 50. Grundy hits it out. At Allen under the pump. Punch back from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐸 now. Blakey, great tackle from Allen. But that's okay hands to from Blakey. But just, it's a ball to be one here. Simple, that's the best way to put it. Drop mark there from Frampton. Maynard under the pump. Got to get there, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐺𝐸. Can't quite get there. As Maynard jags the kick to the wing. So wrong. That's a really good defensive effort. Well, it feels like we're up in the efforts. Definitely safe to be said. There it is. Pressure factor last 2 minutes, 2:46. Really, a clean ball is an absolute premium at the minute. Both teams definitely showing some intensity. And last 10 minutes, 9-1 inside 50s. Grundy can't get a clean hit out to go. Reads it well. Down the line he goes. Good ball from Edwards. So I'll probably do for the half. 21-point deficit. It could be much worse. Could be much worse. So it's really only 3 goals, the margin. So let's see how we'll respond after half time. So 13 seconds here. It's a ball in centre wing, but look, maybe something happens. Grundy and Steen. Grundy, McInerney. Good pressure there from Anderson, you see. Just forces a misuse. And, oh, geez, Juzzy's absolutely made a mare of that. But, yeah, they have no one forward here, Collingwood, because they were setting up. So there it is. Half time, 3 goals, 6 plays, 6 goals, 9. Well, yeah, no doubt about it. We've been totally outplayed that first half. Could be down by more. Collingwood, very inaccurate that second term. Made an absolute mare of some of their opportunities. Whilst they had the momentum throughout that first patch of the second term, it was a 1-goal 7 quarter to a 2-goal 2. So I think we actually ended up winning the quarter. As crazy as that sounds. So it was 22 points the margin at quarter time and 21 at half time. But look, it sort of feels like with how we've been playing the last few weeks, I'm sort of not surprised that we've come out really flat here. And we're definitely getting outplayed. Collingwood have defended so well. The pressure's been fantastic and not allowing us to get much clean use. It's been a lot of rush disposals, but at the same time, a lot of unforced errors from us. So definitely going to try and clean things up. But it was encouraging the last 10 minutes of that second term. What was it, 10-1 inside 50s of the last 10 minutes that quarter. So getting field position, but not really making good use of it. Again, the pressure from Collingwood's been really good. And feels like they're rattling us a bit. Like Heaney's been shoving Josh Dacos off the ball at times when the ball's gone out of bounds. So yeah, again, it probably feels like we should be down by more with Collingwood's inaccuracy. But I think we've been okay to try and somewhat get back into this game and work ourselves back into the contest. The intensity was good from us, but again, the composure and the conversion's not really been one of our strengths. That is safe to be said this first half. Anyways, yeah. Could be a lot worse, though. Could be a lot worse. Well, we'll have a look at the stats for the main break. 34-31 inside 50s, pretty even. Be a lot of dominance from us those last 10 minutes. Feel free to jot down some questions, Smith, mate. We can try and answer a couple. But I love Strong. Yeah, he's been really nice for us this season, though. I think he's been pretty important for us at times throughout this first half. Having himself a decent game, 13 touches, 4 marks. Kicked that much-needed goal for us a few minutes ago. At least we fought back a bit in the last 10 minutes. Yeah, exactly right, Zach. it sort of felt inevitable we were going to have a bit of momentum. Like, Collingwood's pressure's been really good, but it felt like we were going to get a window to try and get back into the game and show a bit of intensity ourselves, and that's exactly what we've done. But yeah, the use isn't really helping us. Clearance is pretty much even, 18 to 16. Contested ball very even too. So yeah, it's a tough ball to win at the minute on the inside. Hitouts 20 to 9. So yeah, Grundy's, as expected, having a big half of football. 16 disposals, 18 hitouts to himself. Yeah, Sarong, as I said, 13 touches. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼, he's got 8 tackles for the game. I think 𝐓𝐡𝐞 would be pretty impressed with those numbers. 𝐵LAKEY with 18 disposals. Probably been one of our better players, but yeah, when we're not really getting our slick ball movement going, it's hard. It's sort of, sometimes it can stick out like a sore thumb where he's feels like he's a bit redundant at times, 𝐵LAKEY, but he's getting himself in good spots from a defensive point of view and getting his mitts on it, and he's been able to win a few. Well, he's gotten a free in his favour from, I think, front on contact, but there's also been times where he probably should be taking the mark when it's there, but he just hasn't been able to hold on. 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼 with 14 disposals. McInerney, a lot of hand passes from 11 and just the 3 kicks. He's on 14 touches. The boy from Wagga Wagga, Harry Cunningham, with 8 disposals. Mills been okay back there with 12, but yeah, no, it definitely felt like last 10 minutes the game was on our terms, from at least the field position point of view, but just couldn't really convert. The pressure has been so good from Collingwood, and they've really stifled us. That is safe to be said. But look, really for both sides, with the rain coming down, there wasn't really going to be much clean use. It was always going to be a lot of stoppages and a bit of a slog. So it's encouraging to see we've fought ourselves back into this game. There's a few of the Polish players getting a bit of a rub down. Which player has the most 3-goal, 30-plus possession games in AFL history? No cheating, okay. I mean, it'd probably be hard to go past Gary Ablett. That'd be, I think, quite a popular guess. Like, I know players like Dusty Martin and Dangerfield have a lot, but surely Gary Ablett's in a league of his own. I'd probably go with him. From Collingwood's point of view, Houston's having a really good half of football. He's looked settled back there and making good decisions with the ball. He's got 15 disposals. Nick Dacos having a big game. It felt like he was a bit quieter that second term. He's on 13 disposals. Brandon Maynard, yeah, like the defence collectively from Collingwood's been fantastic. Maynard's played his role. Frampton's been pretty important back there. Parker's done some good things too for them. Rowan Steele on the wing has held his width okay. 𝐴𝐿𝐼 been and 𝐴𝐿𝐼 and 𝐓𝐡𝐞 have been pretty influential in the air too. So yeah, we'll see what happens. The game's somewhat a bit more on our terms. Hopefully we can really continue this intensity and try and overpower them. Anyways, lads, going to take a quick quiz and then we'll do the halftime footy grid. Gary Ablett's number 2, okay. Probably like Lee Matthews, 𝐷𝐻. That's a pretty tricky one. All right, let me load up the footy grid. I'll get it loaded. Let's see what scoreboard we've got today, or what grid we've got today. Right, Collingwood, Sydney, Hawthorn theme one, so that should keep us busy. I'll be back in a quick sec, lads. Right, I'm back, gents. Got a bit of a kiwi, Fred. I tell you, I remember a few months ago, my mum was like to me, you know, you can eat the skin, because you always usually just like cut off the skin, and it doesn't actually taste bad. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's actually not bad. Oh, Smith, thanks very much for $2, mate. Matthews is number 1. Oh, cool. Well, they're giving you 5. Oh, jeez, is it a bit of a deal or no deal, mate? Yeah, good. No, thanks very much, mate. You don't have to donate, but no, I appreciate it, mate. All right, well, let's get stuck into this grid lead. To take our mind off the game, that'll be pretty handy. Jeez, it's been a bit of a frustrating old night from us. $15 or more Brownlow votes in a season. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝 No. Thought he'd be one. We'll avoid that one for now. 15 plus for Sydney. We'll go with... I mean, 15's quite a bit. You can't really go like a role play necessarily. You can't go with like a pretty solid play. Like 15 is quite an amount. You're not allowed to eat kiwi fruit. The seeds don't clear it most of the bowels. Oh, there you go. That's pretty interesting. Another $5 up for grabs next week. Oh, beautiful, mate. Smitty's $5 quiz. How good. All right, Sydney, 15 plus Brownlow votes. I'm no good with Brownlow votes. I just feel like it's so, like, who cares? Dawson would be a bit obvious. Ryan O'Keefe. Yeah, no. Bin this quiz. Oh, God. $44 possible answers. Drew Bolton. All right. I've made a mayor of this. Chad. Fucking... Pendles. Hawthorn. No, not Lee Matthews. I like Brad Sewell. That's not a bad one. Cool. All right. We're back on the road somewhat, but we've only got 4 guesses left, so this is a shocker. I was thinking 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴. Would have he had that amount? I don't know. Anyways, Tom Mitchell. Well, we can go Nick 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐴 here, but there's so many options we could go with. We'll go 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴 𝐴𝐿𝐴. Oh, you're kidding. How is that not a unique? Oh, I've been stitched up. That's the best surname ever. Collingwood, Tom Mitchell, teammate. We'll go... When did Mitchell join again a few years ago? That Carmichael fella. What was his name again? Was it Josh Carmichael? It was. Hawthorn, Tom Mitchell, teammate. Coxon brings it back. Yes, exactly right. What a player. I think he was a track superstar. I think he had a... I can't quite remember. It was like one of the records for 800 metres or something like that. Very fast player, good endurance runner. Hawthorn, Tom Mitchell teammates. We'll go... Oh yeah, a lot of options here. I mean, I'll just go another former Swan of Caden Brand, 0.3. Collingwood most disposed in the team for a season, I'm assuming. There it is. Maybe Crisp. There it is. Well, I knew that's a pretty shite quiz. Look, I'll load up another browser and we'll have another crack at the Sydney and Hawthorn theme one because I want to have a go at those. I mean, it's most disposed for teams. So you're not really going to get really many unique guesses, or it's hard to. Yeah, I think we'll lose our top spot if we drop this game tonight, El. But really, from a Sydney point of view, I think just top 4 is really needed if we want to have a genuine crack at the premiership this year. So it's not the worst in the world if we drop this game tonight. Okay, now we're back on. We've actually got an ad sitting here. Finding Harry. Some bloody Harry Potter crap. Alright, Sydney most disposals on the team. We'll go... Surely 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐿 would be up there. Yep. And Hawthorn most disposals on the team. 𝐵𝐴𝐴𝐿, that's probably a stretch. Yep. Too much as a key defender. Maybe for Marks, that would be more better answer. Really, like, surely Newcomb's been up there all year, and maybe 𝐵𝐴𝐿, 4%. Well, there we go. Pretty, well, I'll tell you, it's sort of hard to get many uniques in that one. Like 15 Brownlow votes, most disposals on the team. It's sort of hard to get uniques from those type of questions. Sam Mitchell, yeah, that could have been another one too. Could have been another one indeed. Well, 3 minutes until the second half starts. Let's see if we can get a bit of a response here. Collingwood, yeah, they've looked excellent. As we said, they're still a very good team defence. I know they've got plenty out to. It'd be a magnificent win if they can get the job done here against a pretty good looking Sydney side. Don't want to pump up my own team's tyres, but whilst we've looked gettable throughout quarters, usually when the whips are cracking, we find a way. And hopefully this could be now in the third quarter where we turn things around. Yeah, you know, it's only 3 goals. Like again, we did a lot right late in that second, so see if we can make more of our chances. And hopefully the rain's cleared up a bit too, so we can show a bit of cleanliness. That would be handy too. Yeah, 𝐴𝐥𝐿's looking very good. I remember I do my tipping graphics on Monday, and my first graphics I did was I tipped the 𝐴𝐥𝐿, and then when I recorded the next day, I'm like, oh, I'll go Brisbane. I have that one sometimes when you think initially. Because yeah, I felt like 𝐴𝐥𝐿's were every chance yesterday. They're playing really good footy as of late, and Brisbane have been gettable too. But it's such a rarity, such a poor midfield performance from Brisbane. And they didn't really show much class. It's unlike them. But look, really every side this year has had ebbs and flows in the game. They've had some bad losses, some very good wins. So we'll see how we go tonight. Maybe we might be on the end of a bad loss. It won't be much easier next week. We're down playing the 𝐴𝐥𝐿 at the Cattery. Last time we played at the Cattery, we lost by almost 100 points. And to be fair, we were riddled with injury. With I remember Callum Mills playing on Tom Hawkins at fullback. Peter Adams having plenty of turnovers. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I wouldn't say they are at the minute, Smith. And their wins haven't been against the highest ranked opposition, but they deserve that reputation where you just give them a mulligan, they can click into gear. They're back-to-back premiers, so they've shown in important games they find a way to win and get it done. We're not long now until second half. Players getting back in positions now. Well, we want to try and maintain our spot in the top, maintain our top spot in the ladder. So that's at risk a bit tonight as well with trailing. Papley's been quiet too. A few too many quiet players. Like Papley, very quiet, the 5 disposals. I think he's been in really good form as of late. And Lloyd's been pretty impactless just with the 6 disposals. Chad just with 10. Edwards, I am liking though. He's on 7 disposals, number of 1%ers, which is good to see. Well, we'll see what happens. Premiership quarter, as they say, it's always important. Got a bit of a contest in another game though, a bit of a cagey affair. So I'd like to watch that game, but again, you know, what on earth's with these Friday double headers? Anyways, lads, need to really start piling on some scores as this second half, gets underway. Blakey now, back the other way. Good start from him. Bit of a wobbly old kick inside 50. Good gather from Jordan. Just gets the hands out. Clean hands from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 trying to find some space. And measures a good kick to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. He can go for goals here, I reckon. He's got a big kick. He wants to give the hands. Chad now. Measures the kick. Nicely done. Oh, not 15. Jeez. All right, Chad, he can go for goals here, I reckon. Deep to the square. Amadi, almost. He got good hands on it. Ground level, he did well. Gives the hands now. Great pressure there. Good stuff from young Will Hayes. Tackles 𝐵ICE right away. Well, good little start here. We get the clearance and we've got a forward 50 stoppage. Grundy hits it down. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 can't quite get it. Grundy around the corner. He's missed. Unlucky. On a score there. Well, Collingwood accurate that second term, but so are we. 3-7, so... Stand. Oh, Jesus. Could have been another 50 there against 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. 𝐷𝐿𝐼 drops his lollies. And 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼 wins the defensive 1-1. Gives the hands now to Roses. Oh, misses the hands, Malcolm. Had to be better there. Daicos clean as always. Inboard here to McCrory. And he has a bit of space here, Bo. He can now switch the kick here, and it looks good for young Will Hayes. Port have just kicked one, so two points in the other game. Looks looking like a bit of a contest. Across now to Josh Daicos. Lowers his eyes. Hits a nice short kick here to Charlie West. Oh, jeez. What on earth was that? He's given that right to Jake Lloyd. Thought he was wearing a Collingwood Guernsey. And now back the other way. Can we make them pay off the turnover? McDonald now. Deep kick inside 50. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼. Well done from Frampton. And they've got the numbers here. Collingwood. Daicos to Frampton. Back now to Parker. Did a bit too much. Spun move. And yeah, he's going to be paid for ball there. I think that's a bit unlucky. Didn't really look like he had pride. Blakey now quickly plays on. Goes whack from outside 50. And he's got it. Jeez, it feels weird. Blakey actually kicking a goal from outside 50 because he absolutely sprays the living crap out of him left, right and centre. But he's actually goaled for once. Well, bang. There we go. No fuss. Well, that's important. We needed that first goal of the third term, I felt. Well, margin's 14 points, so somewhat back in the contest here. But no, we've set the tone really well. First few minutes, pressure's been good. Selling Collingwood into a bit of trouble. Yeah, like you do the spin move. Sometimes that can count as prior. Just no fuss. Wants to go for goals. Turn your mic up. Is it? These are that quiet. I can turn it up. Yeah. Tell me if that's a bit better. But no, appreciate the feedback. I mean, sometimes people can say, you're a bit quiet or whatever. That has happened in the past, but let me know if that's better. To be fair, the dial's a bit low, so there's that. Well, ball back in the middle here. Sydney with a first. Steen been good out of the centre bounce at times, and now Collingwood work it forward. Hayes can't quite get the clean possession. He goes and again, he fumbles again. Now slaps it out. Crisp. Bit of a missed kick inside 50, but it will work short here to Long. He drops his lollies. He can recover here with a snapping ball to the top of the square. West will get front position, but Edwards defends it well. Wait, but yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's like, if I lower it, is there like a little static sound? I don't know. Sometimes, what I notice when I record, there's like a little static sound. I think it comes from my camera or something, and I have to sort of adjust my volume so it's not too loud. Yeah, I don't know. Just a bit of technical issues at times I have, but it is what it is. Yeah, pretty much, Danny, mate. When he's in full fight, he sort of has that weird running action. Yeah, nothing's quite working from Anthony. He didn't have many touches last week against North, but it felt like every time he touched the ball, it turned to goal. Tonight, he's getting some good looks, but can't quite cut off some kicks going forward. It's not like him because his disposal's been so important. Wicks has given away free to Daicos. Can't be doing that. And this is definitely his repertoire. We'll see this again on the replay. Might be off the cameras. Well, he can kick this, I reckon, Nick, for his third. This is a very similar range. And this would hurt, and this would really hurt. We started this quarter well, and I mean, it would require a bloody good kick, so you'd have to give credit to Daicos if he scores it, but let's see if he can. Kick's on its way. It's going to set it up. Oh, unrealistic every day of the week there. 𝐼𝐴. Wasn't even paid unrealistic. Oh, I mean, that's... I don't know about that. I didn't. It probably was high, but I think that's a bit soft. Blakey now hits a good spot with the kick to Will Edwards. He's getting his mitts on it, Will Edwards, this game. Plays on now. Goes long down the line. Frampton in a good spot. Can't quite mark the ball. 𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐿, good pressure. Yeah, got him a bit high there. I think that's a bit unlucky. Josh played for the free well, I thought. Lowered himself well enough to win the high. Because that was a position there we could have gotten out the back. 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐿 now towards the wing. 𝐸𝐸 in a good spot. Oh, unlucky. That's unlucky. I thought he had good body positioning there, 𝐸𝐸, but it was a hold. Now, Collingwood shift the overlapping hand pass to 𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼. That's a good short kick to find Elliott. Right, no dodgy 50s. It feels like in these sort of passages of play we can do some dumb shit. 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿 in the right spot. We'll just have to clear it back out the other way. It's not a good kick as 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼. Nick it is. We'll grab the intercept mark. 4 goals, 7, playing 6 goals, 10. So both sides been pretty inaccurate tonight. We'll now jug the kick to the pocket. Edwards beaten a bit too easily there. Beaten way too easily. Buller takes a strong mark. Geez, we could do with some of that back the other way. Well, Edwards has rarely been beaten purely as that against Buller. That's a big win. Absolutely shoved them over. 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿 tried to get there, but Edwards just uses him as a bit of a... it's a bit of a comedy of errors, to be honest. Well, Buller, let's remember last year as a Swan, he kicked some absolute beauties from pretty obscure places, so this is definitely in his repertoire as well. For a really 7-point play here for Collingwood, can Buller glide this one through? No, it's across the face. The boy from WA can't convert. So minus score, a few let-off strikes, but to be fair, both of these shots of goal from Collingwood have been from difficult ranges, so they're expected behinds. Blakey now really trying to take the game on with his run. Now to 𝐼𝐴. Done some okay moments the first half. Can he get into the game a bit more? Good composure. Drops it short to Blakey. Just 15. Switches on here. And across now to Lewis Melican. And wide now here to Will Edwards. Works the hands now to 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐿. He can go back in board here. A few maybe short options in the corridor, but he will want to go long instead. Joel, is he due a big fly? Yes, he is. Can't quite take the mark, though. Who's at ground level? Maynard mops it up only as far as the Papster, though. Got to get the hands out. Great tackle from Crisp on the ball. Just, it isn't really working for Papley tonight. It's good roving, but he just struggles to get the hands out or make good influence with ball in hand. And he's definitely struggling tonight. Crisp now out of the 50. Oh, wow. West really got up there. Melican in a bit of an iffy spot. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐿. Jordan. Good stuff in the phone box from us here. We work the hands back here to Tommy 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼. Over the top now, 𝐸𝐸. He keeps his feet. Well done, 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐿. Just selling himself into a bit of trouble there. Crisp now. Ball to be won. Slaps it back here. Well done from Steen. That's really well done from the ruckman. Anyway, we force a bit of an iffy old kick here. Need to try and win this ball back, but Collingwood mopping up okay. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼 works the hands now to Buller. He's got another option over the top. They've done really well here, Collingwood. Now Oscar Steen. Rowan Steele, excuse me. He can go. Blakey puts himself in a good spot. Can't take the mark. Hayes, a nice rove. He can kick a goal here, but he's made a error of it. That's unlucky. Margin 17 points. Break the TV. Already one step ahead, mate. I've already broken a few. It feels like it's been a real even third term. Collingwood last few minutes been able to get back into this game. Yeah, like our opportunities of scoring is... They haven't really given us many easy ones tonight, Collingwood. They've been really restrictive. Down the line, Rowbottom attacks it well in game 150. Ball to be won here. Got some numbers. Sarong can't quite get the ground ball. Toe poke forward from Grundy. Curnow trying to get front position. Sogger back the other way from Jeremy Howe. Nice little gather from Blakey. Dispossessed. Jordan on the end of it. He can now measure a okay kick, but it just doesn't have the accuracy. Last disposal free. Going to go to Maynard. Yeah, no, there was pouring a bit in the second half. Second term, excuse me, but it's dried up a bit now. Still a bit wet out there, given what we're seeing. Crisp now, long down the line. No, Maynard, excuse me. Spoil from Tommy McCartan. Sheldrick. Umpire's ball. Oh, geez, Oscar Steen. Hopefully he's okay. Looked a bit ginger after a contest by the looks of it. Wincing in pain. I think he's banged his left knee because he can't walk on it. So hopefully he's okay. He can just walk on it marginally. Not a good sign indeed. No, he's been pretty solid. A bit of a twist. Hopefully he's okay. That doesn't look too great. But he's been really good tonight. He's been aggressive in the centre bounce. And a few minutes ago, had that really good ground ball get in the back half too. So he's shown a bit of his athleticism. Anyways, out the front here. Papley inside 50 can hit. Joel can't take the mark. And it's going to be an arm interference free. Okay, Marty just has to convert here. It hasn't really been our night for the Keys. We've been able to get ourselves into good positions, but can't really clunk them at the minute. Granted, it is wet out there, but chance to get one off for free here, Joel Amati. Suns kick another. They've now gotten the margin out, 21 points. Come on, Joel. 21 goals, 10 this season. We all know set shots can be hit and miss, but that's actually a pretty good return. Let's see if we can snag this one. Much needed. Joel Amati. No. It's just going to be one of those nights for him. It feels like the mental demons get to his head with set shots sometimes. He just struggles to nail them throughout some games. It feels like it could be one of those nights. Quaynor now does well to break a tackle and now goes long down the line. Melican in a good spot. Goes with the double fist and no fuss. They'll do. Ball in centre wing. Yeah, he struggled a bit tonight, Joel. And he's had a pretty solid start to the season. So, yeah, it feels like all collectively our key forwards have been a bit down tonight, but still halfway through this third term, plenty of time to go here. Grundy and, Ned Long going to do the ruck work here. Grundy gets the head out forward. Well, they'll do. We'll gain some metres off this. All right, Allen slips over there. 𝐓𝐴𝐞𝐿 now. Just having to flick a hand pass forward. Bit of a hopeful one. He'll get it back here. That's just how good the ball magnet is. And he does a stiff arm. That's beautiful. Works over the top. And now they get on the outer here. Collingwood. 𝐓𝐴𝐞𝐿 for another disposal. Just flicks it forward. Does okay. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 back and board here. Good stuff, Melican. Okay, turnover. That's what we need. The opportunity to win the ball back, but we just can't make clean use. McCartan, that's a great tackle. Hole in the ball. That's a great contest. Ball to be won, and there we go. We stick some tackles. And at times, the frontal pressure from us has been okay, but we just struggle to win the ball back. Like, that's a big win there from Tommy Mack. All right, game just stops here a bit. Melican on the wing. Well, we're getting good looks again, just like halfway through that second term onwards. Melican now inside 50. Amadi can fly. McDonald as well. Ed Allen off hands. Heaney. He can hunt too. Papley. Just a bit of a kick from outside 50. Tommy Papley. Well, there we go. We just needed a bit of a fleeky goal, I reckon. Good stuff from Paps. Oh, here we go. You can only laugh. You can only laugh. Getting into Brandon Maynard. Bloody hell, he's been one of the worst on ground and he's given it to Maynard. Come on, mate, let your footy do the talking. Well, we needed something, really. It's been an okay third quarter. Again, we're getting looks inside 50. We're getting field position, and that's good from our tools there, at least bringing it to ground. I think that's what we've done okay forward of the ball. Like, we're bringing it to ground quite sufficiently. We're getting in front position most of the time. But it's been like, where are the smalls at? Who's getting the ground level ball to work it forward? And there we go, Papley. Bang. Beautiful kick. It's been in good form. Not really his goal kicking, but... Well, it's 10 points all of a sudden. There was that period in the second quarter where Collingwood kicked point after point and really should have put the scoreboard a bit further away. And now all of a sudden it's 10 points. So it feels like the game's somewhat even in a way. Ball back in the middle here. It's a good tackle from 𝐼𝐻𝐿, but they work the ball forward nonetheless, Collingwood. Deep kick here from Allen. It might get out the back here for 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐻, and it will. Wow. There we go. That's the response Collingwood needed. Well, I thought it was a bit unlucky in the middle of the ground. It was a good tackle from 𝐼𝐻𝐿, but it looks like Anderson just somewhat was able to shark the ball forward. I didn't really think he had prior either. Well, yeah, geez, that's a bit of a stinger, to be honest. Well, if he got his boot to it, he's got his boot to it. I don't really think they're holding... Yeah, he must have just got his boot onto it. But that's really well done from 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐻. He just holds up Tommy McCartan. He's not in a great position. And Tommy McCartan has all the positioning there. He just couldn't get there in time. Yeah, he's been a bit disappointing tonight, Tommy McCartan, with some of his defensive one-on-one moments. He's gotten beaten at times a bit too easily, so that's a bit of a disappointment. Well, much needed for Collingwood. 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐻, instant response. Back out to 16. Oh, for a sec I thought the umpire was going to bounce the ball. He looked like he did. But throws it up. No such thing anymore. Anyway, they work the hands here. Collingwood nicely side bottom. That's a good looking kick for 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. Just can't quite get on the end of it. Ball in. Well, tempers are flaring. Crowds booing. It's all happening here. Friday night footy, nothing better. 4:50 stoppage. 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐻 does well to 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 on the end of this one. Over the top, it's just a bit of a nothing hand pass. Ball to be one here. Row bottom. We'll just jam the kick forward. No good. Yeah, it's a bit of a lucky dip sort of kick. You hit it forward and hopefully someone's on the end of it. They set up well here, Collingwood. Howe in ball. That's a good kick. Row bottom. Nah, it's paid a mark. Just couldn't get there in time. Anderson's having a good night. The boy from 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐻 Harbour. Played with 𝐚𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐿 in the Allies side in 2023. Inside 50 now. 𝐚𝐥𝐴𝐥𝐻 can flaze. Drew a contested mark. Couldn't take that one. Ball at ground level. Edwards under the pump. Good pressure here from Collingwood. Hayes now can get a shot on goal. And he's kicked it. Young Will Hayes. Well, he's always been able to bob up the last few weeks with a goal or two in important stages. And he's done that there. Much needed for Collingwood, and now they've extended the margin out to over 3 goals. 22 points the margin. Well, was it 𝐓𝐿𝐻, actually? I can't actually tell who it was because I've got the cameras on 𝐓𝐿𝐻. I think it's... yeah, no, it is Hayes. Well, I think that was Edwards' fault somewhat. He just took a bit too long with the ball there. Didn't really have numbers, perhaps, in his vision. Coughs it up, yeah. It could have been holding the ball, to be fair. But, yeah, Hayes has been able to sneak his way through. That's a really good goal. A bit of a stinger these last two, going back to 10 points, and yeah, I've coughed up 2 in a row here. Yeah, there's that elite forward 50 pressure Collingwood are capable of doing, and it's actually he's gone a left foot check side on the wrong side, so that's a pretty clever kick. Well, not ideal. Margin back out to 22, so I need to try and find a response here. Ball back in the middle. Grundy hits it out to 𝐿𝐻𝐿. 𝐿𝐻𝐿 breaks his way free. That's well done. On his left shoe, bit of a wobbly kick inside 50. Hard one for 𝐸𝐿𝐻𝐿. Mopped up nicely from Parker to Frampton. Across now to 𝐸𝐻𝐿𝐻, and they deal with it nicely here, Collingwood. Josh Dacos over the top here now to Steele. Across to 𝐷𝐿𝐻𝐿. They worked it really nicely here, Collingwood. The hands at ground level from the back 50 has been really good tonight from them. Mills a big spall. Ball to be one in the middle of the ground. The tackle's okay. 𝐿𝐻𝐿 back the other way. No, that's Lloyd, excuse me. A bit fumbly and tight here. Who can win this important ground ball? Long in there too. Edwards applying some pressure. Lloyd does okay. Ball spills free. Chad. Tackle is okay. Umpire's ball. Oh, geez, hold the ball. That's a pretty rough call. Okay, I'll take it. Warner now. Low, a bit too low with the kick. Quaynell's dropped it though. Rose is in a good spot, trying to spin his way out of trouble. Gets the kick away. Well, that'll do. No, it never went out. Ah, geez, I thought we were able to win a stoppage off that. Got the numbers though, 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐻. Geez, usually marks that one every day of the week. He's just had a bit of an iffy night. Tommy 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐻 probably just needs a bit of match fitness again. He's missed a few weeks. He's looked quite a bit off tonight. Well, Collingwood last 2 of the game. Restoring the margin back out to pretty much the same at half-time of 21. Which is disappointing because it feels like we've done so much hard work to get back in this game. But, you know, we're going to keep on punching with another inside 50 here. Mills. The kick, it's okay. McDonald does well. Recovers. Should goal here. Well done, Logan. That's a really good goal. Good one-on-one effort. Keeps his feet and snaps a much-needed goal. All right, get a response. Pino for the game. Well, mate. Back to 16, 7:07 till three-quarter time. I just realised my bloody stopwatch isn't working. It's stuck at 0. I'll have to fix it up for quarter 4. Well, geez, did we need that? Initially, I thought it wasn't a great kick because it's like, geez, he's kicking that right at the corner, but I didn't see Logan at the back. Good stuff from Logan. Needs that, and you know, I've been seeing online on the fan forums, people want him dropped. He's kicked 6 goals the last 2 weeks, so there's that before tonight. Absolutely loving it. Oh, good to hear. Is that I don't know, did like a Macca's ad or something pop up on your screen? Is that why you're saying I'm loving it? No, hopefully going well, mate. Welcome to the stream. McInerney out wide here to 𝐴𝐻𝐸. Taps it for Clever. Bice kicking on the end of this. More up the ground tonight. Clever kick. That might work. Nah, it's going to drop short. 𝐬𝐿𝐼𝐻, good mark. See, that's the beauty of Bice. Creative kicks. He can do well. That's a bit of a 𝐬𝐿𝐼𝐻 type. Instead of using his non-preferred, he just leads it on towards his left where he should be using his right there. But that's Clever from the centre bounce. I think we've been pretty good in there for most of the night. Like, we've been getting good looks out in the middle, but just haven't been able to execute. And there we go. Bice had a bit of time and space to hit a good spot with the kick for 𝐬𝐿𝐼𝐻. We need a goal here for McInerney to get his spirits up. Leading the league in score involvements. And he's kicked it. Much needed. Well, there we go. Back to 10 points. Just like that. Much needed. 10-point margin. 7 goals, 8 plays, 8 goals, 12. Well, here we go. Goal from the centre bounce conceded, probably. Might just be one of those nights. Well, McInerney involved there, like he was able to get that the offloading hand pass out. 𝐴𝐻𝐸 clever tap forward, and McInerney, good work rate to get himself in a good position for the ball, takes the grab and kicks it. It feels like we've been better this third quarter. Yeah, really now starting to get our contest game going, and again, the inside 50s have been pretty good. We're down by 3 at half time. Let's see what it is now. We're now winning it by 2, so what is it? Plus 5 in our favour for the quarter. Ball back in the middle. Grundy with a hit out. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, geez. That's fortunate. We've gotten a free here. High contact for 𝐴𝐻𝐸. Back now to Blank. He charges his way through the middle of the ground here. The Lizard drops it short for 𝐬𝐿𝐼𝐻. Well, he can go back here again, McInerney. Can he be the Sean Manor? No, he gives the hands to Isaac. From outside 50, 𝐴𝐻𝐸. No, he's missed. Just didn't get himself in a good range there for a shot at goal. He had a few too many numbers around him, so that didn't suit him. Well, 9-point margin. Good time for Kay to start buffering. Fucking hell. I need to go tell my dad to start pedalling faster on the bike to charge the internet. Christ almighty. All right, take the free. Oh, bloody hell, now it's all blurry. Christ. Oh, it's the West Coast Eagles game. If you were watching that stream, Christ, I was squinting all half. Who's the ground level here? Inside 50. I think that's 𝐴𝐻𝐸. I can't tell. Might just need to refresh my 𝐬𝐿 app here. Has people been using the new 𝐬𝐿 app? I downloaded it on my computer a few, like at the start of this season. It's a bit hit and miss. I don't like the UI changes they've done. User interface, that is. Right. Now it's slower than a wet week. Christ almighty. Right. Lining it up on my phone, I think. No, we're back. Okay, we're in better definition. Mills. I don't even know where he's kicking from. Yeah, he's going for the shot. Probably should have centered it. I'm on a score. Yeah, no, 𝐼𝐴𝐥𝐝 pretty handy for us. We're now really starting to get on top. Oh, risky kick. Come on, got to capitalise here. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 to Chad, across to Paps. Oh, he's missed. Oh, Tommy Papley has made a mare of it. Unbelievable. Point blank range. Oh, that's unforgivable. I want to see the expected score of that. Oh, terrible. Out of the 50 now. Grundy flies. Can't quite take it. McCartan back the other way. Jams it on the shoe. Who can fly here? Maynard. Papley. Oh, free kick. Unlucky. Jeez, it's been some sort of a quarter this. It's all happening here. 7 points the margin. Misses. Flying for marks. Drop marks. Skill errors. Crowd booing. Crowd cheering. How now to Houston? I feel like it's just fitting here if we can see off this chain. I don't know. Steele now in board. Chris can't take the mark. Oh, clever there from Steele, but he can't quite get the ground level pick up. Now Chad, leg driver. As David King says, Roses, he's got the pace. Just needs to kick it over the top of Frampton. Oh, almost. Not 15. Quaynor mops it up. Houston, bit fumbly there. Chad off the turnover. Jams it on the shoe. Towards the goal square. How will it bounce? I'll do. Forward 50 stoppage. Geez, the energy and the contest work really since halfway through the seconds really lifted here. 53 to 60, 4:06 to play. Jeez, it's a bit of a contest now. Can't believe Papley fucking missed that. he was too busy celebrating, I reckon, in his mind. Grundy, good body work. Cootie plays for the high. Not going to get it. Oh, the ball, unlucky. Yeah, it was definitely there. You play for the high, you're going to get prior. Maynard, he's been pretty solid tonight, out of the 50. 17 to 7 inside 50s. 3:40 to play. Oh, God. That's going to be all over social media, I reckon, that Papley miss. Well, that's nice. 10 to 4, 4.5 intercepts in our favour. Doing a lot right here. We got the momentum in our favour. Grundy. Especially, like, no Steen's been really big in the stoppages. It's been advantageous for us. 𝐓𝐴𝐥𝐿 now. What can he manufacture? Keeps the ball in his vicinity. Can't get the ground level ball. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 jags it forward. Well done. Jordan now sockers it forward. That works nicely to 𝐴𝐥𝐿. It's been a bit fumbly tonight, Charlie. Mopping up nicely here, Collingwood, but the hand pass not so great for Howe. Well, that's something that's started to creep into the game a bit. Collingwood, a few of their hand passes missing some targets in the back half. They're not saying they're panicking necessarily, but the skill errors is starting to hit them a bit. Whilst the pressure's been good from us. Grundy slaps it forward. 𝐴𝐥𝐿 can't get on the end of that one. Chris 𝐴𝐥𝐿 just slams it forward somehow, and now Long, sweeping hand pass. He's got it these, Ned Long. Yeah, that's a beautiful sweeping hand pass to 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐥𝐿. Back over the top. No look, punch there from 𝐓𝐿𝐴𝐥 almost works. Edwards, ground ball, well done. And he'll get the kick forward here, might drop a bit short. No one goes for the mark. Bouncing ball, Sheldrick again on the end of there. So good gather, Gussie. Just needs to kick it, can't quite. They hold up here, Collingwood, but Chad gets the soccer through and he goals. Well done there. Oh, the crowd's going off. Oh, he's lost his scarf. What was he reacting at? I don't know. Chad kicks a goal. Well, all of a sudden we're only down by a point, but it felt inevitable, really. This has been a... Oh, here we fucking go. What's that graphic Swans surge? Well, that just epitomises us perfectly. Why play 4 consistent good quarters where you can just play surge footy? Worked well for the fucking grand final 2 years ago. Oh, stop being pessimistic. Well, �𝐤𝐿𝐷, he's so capable of doing that. He's able to get out, get his way into good spaces for goal, and then he makes a muck of it, and then Chad gets on the end of it. Good running. Just soggers it through. Well done. Just 1 point. Really appreciate your mutual respect, says Cuts. Oh, no, I guess appreciate it, mate, you know. It's only a game at the end of the day, I suppose. I don't know. Ball to be one hit. No, don't worry. If we lose this, I'm going to start taking pot shots at Collingwood. Chris now back the other way. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐷 to 𝐷𝐿𝐴. Well, this would be some sort of response. It's not a great kick. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐷, good mark. Geez, if that was the first half, we probably would have dropped it. That should be 50 metres. Geez, they pay pretty low tolerance rate for those ones we have. There you go. Now they do. See, what you have to go back to the 9 right away. You can't push up. So that's why I thought Macrae should have been pinned initially. Well, Tommy McCartan now with the ball in his mitts. Out to Callum Mills. Works kick. That's a good kick for Sarong. He can get on the end of it. What a kick. Inboard now to Heaney. Guess who? Yes, it's just 15. It's probably, I think he'll probably miss. Like, it's right on the edge of his range. He'll have the space to arc around and get some penetration on it, but... Come on, Isaac. Other game. Suns up by a bit, half-time, 17 points. They fell over like... Yeah, no, they did a bit. It's a hard play to bring down Isaac. He's having a pretty important game. Isaac Heaney. For the lead. Oh, you betcha. In the lead. 2024, we're back, baby. Nah, it's been a really good fight back. As I've been praising about this team this year, it's good to see we haven't really dropped our bundle this season. Again, I think it's been at the expense of Collingwood falling away a bit, and they kicked really inaccurate in that second term, excuse me. But we've always seemed to keep our head afloat and keep fighting, keep scrapping away, even if it's not working. A lot of unrewarded efforts throughout this game, about inside 50s and a few misses for goal ourselves. But yeah, now the intensity, the contest work, it's all really improved. But what a kick. Like, we weren't pulling shit like that off in the first quarter. Beautiful kick to Sarong. He's been so important, Jai Sarong. Right, we're in the lead. 5-point margin. Blow the siren. Wouldn't mind an early night. Oh, okay. Grundy did the fake crossing the line free. Now he can give the hands here to James Jordan. Rowbottom, excuse me. Inside 50 now. Howe flies. Can't get on the end of it. Maynard under the pump. Across now here to Quaynor, and they mop it up well enough. Collingwood, but it's a bad kick. Nick Blakey intercepts. He can play on. He goes for a stiff arm. He jags the kick. Too much out in the full. Just rushed himself there. Yeah, that's pretty clever. But yeah, it's just been a field position dominance, really, since halfway through the second. That's a bad kick. Going to be coming back. Or just a 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐷. 50 seconds to go here. Let's try and put one more on. Am I getting a bit of a greedy guts? I think I am. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐷 lowers the eyes. Inside 50, not the greatest kick. 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐷 goes for the spoil. Josh 𝐷𝐿𝐴 over the top now here to Jordan 𝐿𝐴𝐷, and they can get a bit of a look here for the ball, the Pies. 𝐿𝐴𝐷 kick down the line. Edwards in a good spot. Intercept mark. Good stuff. Wedwards, as he's known, of course. Still good again tonight, Edwards. Long kick. He's a booming kick, of course. Back the other way. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐷 brings it to ground. 𝐿𝐷. Again, like, there's just been times he's been a bit fumbly tonight. He does well, though. He's able to get the ball back in his favour. The kick's not great. Good pressure from 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐷. Rowbottom jags it on the shoe. That's going to be a high free. And 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐷 can go after the siren here. Geez, the hunt and intensity has been fantastic since as this game's gotten on, eh? Momentum's just a crazy thing, eh? That first quarter, we were getting absolutely bullied around the ball. They were smashing us, tackling us well, but now we're really starting to get first to the ball and show some great intensity. It's been some sort of a quarter. All this inside 50 dominance and, well, chance to make 11 points. I don't know. It's a trick one here for Justin. He could go over the snap, but he's going to go the drop punt. I respect it. None of this snap crap. Back in your drop punting skills. Let's see if you can slot this. Come on, Justin, for a second goal this quarter. Yeah, no, I felt inevitable. All right, minor score, 6-point game. Got a contest here for Friday night footy. 9 goals, 12 plays, 8 goals, 12. And now we have more scoring shots for the game. How about that? Outstanding third term. 21 points at three-quarter time, at half-time, excuse me, and now we're up by 6. Got a game on here. Yeah, I don't know. It feels like 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿, his kicking can be so hit and miss. It felt like he was due a miss there. It's crazy. As crazy as that sounds, because he's had such an important season for us. I still find a way to criticise him. Just a harsh supporter, I suppose. Yeah, wow, what a turnaround. We were -3 in the inside 50s for that third quarter, and now we're leading it by 14. So we've had 17 more inside 50s that third quarter. It's been basically a one-sided affair. I mean, really, apart from a few goals against the grain from Collingwood with 2 in a row, they've really looked a bit lost. They've still been able to mop up some of our inside 50s pretty well, but we're seeing a lot more skill errors from them, and up the ground when they're booting long down the line, we seem to have them covered with, like Edwards and McCartan and Melican getting up and making an impact in the air. Clearances, been a clearance dominance, especially when, to be fair, it's been a big factor. Oscar Steen going down. +8 stoppage clearances now in our favour, so that was a big win for us in that third term. Contested 41-15 to 104. So it's a bit like the first quarter now, flipped on its head. It's now we're starting to get first the ball, we're starting to win contests, aerial contests, excuse me, and we're now the ones hunting, getting first the ball, applying great pressure, whilst Collingwood we're forcing them into just a lot of like loopy hand passes. We've really disrupted the flow in their ball movement. They kicked 4 goals from the back half in the first term, and now they can't really move it whatsoever. So yeah, it's been great adjustments from us after half time. But look, I think many factors come into it. Let's remember this is a Collingwood side not at full strength, and again, like they probably should be up given they missed so many chances in that second term. But you got to take the margin. It is what it is. Right, let me just catch up and chat a bit, because sort of in these games it's hard to keep up with chat. So let me have a look. Momentum swings, 1 point. Yeah, it's a contest we've got on here, Colin. How good my cutters last night, Matter from... Oh, he's so good. He's an interesting player, Matter, �絵𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 𝐿. It feels like he does his job each and every week, but he'll just bob up here or there with an unbelievable game, like best on ground performance. Yeah, it's been a good pickup, and... oh, geez, I look so good in the forward 50. It felt like every time... they were able to get the ball first and make it work. Jeremy Cameron had a pretty influential night of footy. And yeah, I tell you, even without Tyson Stengel, their smalls are making some good impact. But they look pretty ordinary though, Brisbane. But I suppose the Cats made them looked ordinary. Stewart, massive game though, brick wall. And Bailey, I tell you, Bailey Smith, I think he's right in the box seat for another All-Australian Blazer. He's having some sort of a year. Loving some of Mullen's efforts. He's getting out the back, kicking a few goals as well. Kicking the 1 goal too. I'm just looking at the stats now. Yeah, no, they're going to be up there, you'd think, again, Geelong. And, geez, we've got them next week. I don't think we can afford to be having first halves like these. The quality of the Cats can definitely put us away. Well, we'll see what happens this fourth quarter. It's only 6 points, so who knows? Like we could cough up a few in a row, but geez, the momentum is really in our favour. Feels like we're in such crazy good control at the minute. Hopefully Swansea sound late. Yeah, we'll see what happens, mates. Just don't worry. No, I won't worry, mate. Try not to. Heart rate just got bigger, says, fair enough, Jonah, mate. Oh, look, if we drop the game, it's not the end of the world. We haven't played great tonight, so if we don't win, we don't win. But, we're sitting pretty comfortable a minute. We can probably afford a loss. But I obviously prefer to try and win this game, and then, you can probably take the loss against the Cats next week. But, let's see where we go. Dev 7, hopefully going well, mates. Peter should be allowed for the Swans here. Seems I can't sustain it. We'll see what happens. They struggled to sustain it whatsoever. Collingwood, absolutely all over them that third quarter. Nice from Heaney. That's a lovely kick. I thought 𝐓𝐿𝐻𝐿 had a big quarter too. Really, really influential. Well, we'll see what happens. Well, the onus is on Collingwood to try and get a bit of momentum their way, get a bit of control in the game. Yes, plus 17 inside 50s. Big number. So Steen's out of the game, by the way, so that doesn't look great. Hopefully it isn't an ACL or anything bad, because he banged the knee. He had a bit of a twisting action in it, so yeah, not good to see. Well, final term almost underway. McStay starting in the rucks there. They're really going through it now with a few players going up at it. Underway for the fourth term. Holding free for Isaac. All right, we'll play on now. We'll go inside 50. 𝐚𝐿 can't quite take it. He's done well. He's brought it to ground. 𝐸𝐿𝐻𝐿 spits it out. Josh Dacos drags it in for him, umpire's ball. I don't want you to lose this one because it'll give you the sing and the tail. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Go get a haircut. Oh, that's actually true, to be fair. I was going to get one last week and then just have some things on. Obviously, stream the Swans game and was busy on the Saturday. And then, obviously, the barbers just rarely are open on Sundays. Fucking Mr. Burns. Man, I told you to get rid of those sideburns. Should I just get the haircut where he shaves the sideburns? Just have shave marks here. Grundy hits it down. Ball in. Yeah, that's true, to be fair, Anthony, mate, but oh, geez, we're playing with momentum. We really are. We don't want to lose for the sake of it. We've done well to... It's been an arm wrestle. A lot hasn't come off for us tonight with some unrewarded efforts. But we've done well to get back in this game. But it's only 6 points. Well done, 𝐬𝐿𝐻𝐿. Just a bound entry there from 𝐓𝐡𝐞. Drops it short to 𝗏𝐿𝐻𝐿. Second half starting the other game. Heaney, bit of an ambitious kick there. 𝐵𝐼𝐶 just has to wear the tackle. Well done. Wins a high. Yeah, no, we've definitely had some rub of the green tonight. Few of these highs have been a bit dodgy. I mean, it's there and he's ducked 𝐵𝐼𝐶, but I think both sides have had some fortuitous calls go their way. Marty can fly, can't quite take it. Maynard, bit of a fumble. 𝐴𝐿𝐻𝐿 pushed over a bit too easily there from 𝐶𝐞. Chad overruns the ball. Good contest, ball in. What's Craig saying there? Bloody hell. Better not be telling him to do a knee or something. Well, 40 points in favour of the Suns. They're starting to get away with it now. Grundy hits it down. 𝐷𝐿𝐻𝐿 roves. Holding. Going to be 𝐷𝐿𝐻𝐿's free. Yes, it is. Plays on now to 𝐴𝐿𝐻𝐿. Just has to go long down the line. Got the numbers here. Tommy McCartan, a good double fister. All in centre wing. Yeah, I think so. 𝐬𝐿𝐻𝐿, mate. Can't really deny that, Admiral. We've definitely had the rub of the green. I think definitely some frees have been there, though. They've looked pretty ill-disciplined, the Pies. Grundy gets front position. Misses the toe poke. Jordan at ground level. Grundy hunts well. 𝐵𝐼𝐶 tackled from Dacos. Umpire's ball. Yeah, geez, leading here. It's Grundy for 34. Steen for 5. Buller for 3. Heaney now over the top to 𝐵𝐼𝐶. Beautiful hands. Sets him alight. Inside 50 now. It's well done from Maynard. He gets in a good spot. Gets the handball received. Just has to dump it on the shoe back the other way. Yeah, no, I saw that. Oh, jeez. Bit of mayo on that one from Maynard. You see that? I let you say that a few minutes ago. I feel like both sides have gotten some questionable frees their way. King, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, David King. Where's your HP laptop, King, mate? How good. Edwards misses the spoil. Toe poke forward from 𝐓𝐴. Now, who can get on the end of this? Elliott, bit of a fumble. Mills, hunts well, extracts it out. McInerney. That's just so Justin McInerney there. He thinks, spends it before he earns it. He's just got to get that grand ball, absorb the tackle, ball up, he fumbles, and we're lucky Collingwood don't get out the front there. Grundy. Geez, getting quite a bit of a hold there from 𝐓𝐴. They work the hands out, though, Collingwood. Chris, can he have a clean look here inside 50? Nope, just going to go long towards the pocket. 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐿 in a good spot. Edwards rows it nicely. Tommy McCartan, oh dear. Jeez. Last disposal free. I thought I was out in the full for a sec. Well, Tommy McCartan's definitely drew up a few absolute mares with his disposal by foot, and we saw one there. Rowan Steele. Going to go top to the square. Oh, almost West. Oh, he does well, West. Almost. Merged with the footy. Minus score hits the post. 5-point margin. Grundy now. Jeez. We're making him work here. Kicks now towards the wing. 𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐿 can't get on the end of it. Come on, 𝐤𝐿𝐼. Hunt. Well done. 𝐵𝐾𝐿 needs to get busy here at ground level. Can't get the ground level ball. Fell over way too easily. 𝐤𝐿𝐼, great tackle. Holding the ball. That's what you love to see from your inexperienced players. Holding the ball. That's a great win from 𝐤𝐿𝐼. Gives the hands now to Isaac Heaney. In good hands here inside 50. Come on, Joel. Get a mark. Can't get it. Chad now. Ground level. Snapping shot. Missed. Oh, man, that would have been handy. 9 goals, 13 plays, 8 goals, 13. Jeez, what on earth is with my scoreboard at the minute? Let me just clean that up. Mano now long down the line. Spool from 𝐿𝐼𝐿. 𝐷𝐿𝐼 blasts it forward. Under this one's Nick Blakey. Hands it over the top to himself. Clever. Jeez, he did okay. Bice, nice slap forward. Grundy's fucking fumbled the ball. Jeez, he's worked hard tonight, Brodie Grundy. Dacos, that's a good kick back the other way. No, not quite. Edwards having a big second half. Good win there. Blakey in the corridor now to Heaney. Back here to 𝐵𝐺𝐼 McInerney. Has to give the hand pass. He does. Over in the top into space. Bit of a nothing ball. But Hunting, that should be high for 𝐤𝐿𝐼. No. Jeez. Let's see. No, not there. Not there. Good tackle. Please, Sydney, are the only heroes. And so, oh yeah, no, I'll do my best, mate. I'm out there playing at the minute, so I can't go out there and kick the goals, mate. Good spoil from 𝐿𝐼𝐿. Lewis, well done. Ball in. Well, it feels like the game's turned it in a bit more of a free-flowing state. Collingwood getting some looks forward, but we're just holding down the fort okay. The contest work is, really standing up as this game's gotten on. Grundy now. Slaps it forward. Only as far as Steele. Steele, excuse me. Steen and Steele. Bloody hell, it's a confusing one at times. McCartan mops it up well. Mills works it to McInerney. Must have moved back a bit. Jeez. Kicking board now to 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐿. Now to Blakey. Okay, down the spine. Inside 50. Got to go, Joel. Oh, I just can't mark one tonight. Chad bursting through. Bouncing ball. No. Oh, geez, he did well there, Chad, to break the tackle, but he's had a few misses here. Another minor score. 7 points the margin. No team is yet to kick a goal this final term. 9 goals, 14 plays, 8 goals, 13. How short now to 𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐿. George, hopefully going well, mate. No reason to be sorry. Got to go here, Edwards. Did okay. Grundy. Blakey. He's really lifted. Over the top. Bit of a blind hand pass. Grundy's got to go. He's got to go in again. Toe poke forward. It works okay. Good hunt there. That's definitely high for McInerney. Geez, both sides are playing a few highs tonight. McInerney's having a really good game, though. Loving his intensity tonight. Blakey. Just trying to find an avenue, but nothing there. On the ball. McCreary just said, fuck this, I'm going to absolutely crunch you, mate. Oh, geez, hopefully Blake is okay. Can't afford him to go down. Good tackle from McCreary. Down the line. Stay can't take it. Elliott, nice roving. All right, Pies could be out here. West, can he have a good kick here? He's going to go to 𝐓𝐴𝐞𝐿, but it's a bad kick. Really wasn't a smart kick at all. We had 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐭𝐞𝐬 back there. Too much hang time on it. Now Louis will drop the kick here to Jordan. Across now to 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐭𝐞𝐬. We've got Rowe Bottom on the outer. We shift the hands to him. Roses is an option. He'll miss this kick, Rowie. No, he won't. Just, you know, his kicking could be hit and miss, Rowie. Roses on the wing. High ball towards half forward. Yeah, geez, the Pies defence really standing up this quarter. Howe now. Down the spine. Oh, geez, aggressive kick goes past a couple. Works here for Elliott. He gives the hands to Anderson, charging his way through. Out to space here for Hayes as the ball set up for him. It does. Gives the hands in board to Nick 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴. High snapping ball. It won't make the distance. Just got to rush this through. And 𝐓𝐡𝐞 actually takes the intercept mark. Well done. Well done indeed. All right, he's got to go here, Lloyd. Oh, he could have been on the outer there. Mills now works it short here to 𝐵𝐼𝐶. Yeah, he's been a bit frustrating at times, King. Curnow, his conversion's been a bit of a letdown this season. Hopefully that continues, but yeah, tonight he's been a bit quiet. Long ball towards the wing. But, you know, you can do... The least you ask for a key forward is bringing it down to ground level, and I think he's done that well tonight. I know it's pure copium. He's a fucking superstar, but it's not like he's an inanimate carbon rod. He's at least impacting some sort of way. Barely marked it on the post. Did they even hit the post then? I didn't think he did. I thought it was just a clear chest mark. Grundy hits it down. Rowe Bottom hunts it well. That's a good pickup. No fumbles there. You know, you win the stoppage. Blakey, 34 disposals for him. Wow. Grundy hits it down. Heaney now. Junks the kick forward. It's a bad kick. Turnover. Maynard mops it up well. Cross now to side bottom. Not wanting to man the mark here. It's not the greatest kick, but Schultz does well to get into front spot against McCartan. That's ball. Great tackle from Rowe in game 150. He's accurate at the Blues too. So, well, it felt like when watching Curnow, especially when he was in his All-Australian, he's like, geez, his set shots were almost automatic. But yeah, there's just a lot of chances that he really should be scoring, it feels like, for his repertoire, but he's missed. Side bottom. He's still got a bit of pace in the old man legs. Hand pass not great, though. 𝐵𝐼𝐶. Lloyd. Crunched by side bottom. Geez, he didn't like that. Calling him an old man. What a bump that is. Well, 7 points the margin. 11:37. Bit of a stalemate yet to see a goal this final term. Grundy gets in front position, hits the tap only as far as side bottom. Now Anderson works it well. Schultz across here to 𝐷𝐿𝐴. Back to Schultz. Can we all force him in here and do a bit of overuse? Good tackle. That slipped, legged. Yeah. It did slip his leg, so it was there. But that's unlucky from 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿. Good hustle. Anyway, Josh 𝐷𝐴𝐿𝐴 now. Hits a centering ball. Who can fly? Spoils come. Grundy sliding. Jordan. Now to Sheldrick. Good hands. 𝐵𝐿𝐴, can he break the tackle? Yes, he does. Well, he got the hand pass away. Maynard, only as far as him. He jags it back the other way. Low kick inside 50. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 wasn't clean, whilst Steele was for goal, and he's got it. Big goal there for Collingwood. Just what they needed. They get the first of the final term, and we've got a game on here. 1 point margin. Well, when no player can get a clean possession, Rowan Steele. Geez, I need to have 2 photos of Oscar Steen and Rowan Steele and just stare at them for 15 minutes. But no, that's really clean stuff. He's been able to get on the scoreboard Steele this season. He's kicked some nice goals here or there. And yeah, it's well done from 𝐸𝐿𝐴. Just blocks out Edwards. He can't get a spoil in there. That's unlucky. Well, game on here. Just 1 point in the margin. Well, their defence has really stood up this third quarter. Final term, excuse me. Like we've had definitely a lot of looks inside 50, but they just keep absorbing her inside 50 as well. So there you go. They've gotten a goal. Now, ball back in the middle here. 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐪 across now to 𝐵LAKE. Jags the hands to Chad. Back the other way. Works. The slap is clever to 𝐵LAKE. Just need to find something inside 50 here. 𝐼𝐻𝐥𝐿. 𝐷𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 okay. Ground level ball to be won. Charlie. Ball spits out. On the ball, yep. Yeah, geez, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 crushed in like an absolute train there. To go, he's free. Just goes back across here to Frampton. Having a pretty busy night, Billy Frampton. He's kept Curnow goalless. Oh no, he does have a goal, but it was pretty much a freebie. McCart really got up with that spoil there. 𝐵LAKE, just why do that? Just take it over. Long now blasts it forward. Good contest between Elliott and 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. Elliott slaps it forward. Ball in. Oh, geez, that's nasty. Curnow got the studs on the fingers from Angus Anderson there. Well, contest on here. 1 point game. It's now turned to a bit of a slogfest. 10:05 to play. Grundy not out there, so McDonald has to do that work. He gets front position. 𝐵LAKE, hands not great. Allen now works the soccer forward. 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿's got to be clean. He does okay. Now shifts it forward. Can we get a bit of drive here from the back half? 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. That's a beautiful kick out to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. Good spread from us here. Corridor could be on here. 𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿's kick just can't quite nail it there for Curnow. Howe stands tall. Cunningham now. Can't go to ground there. Cannot go to ground there. Now 𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. Keeps it in front of himself, excuse me. What a pickup. Was that? I thought that was Steen again. It was Steele again. That was young Will Hayes. Now Allen getting in there. Cunningham. Good contest there. 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. Jags it on the shoe. No good the kick. Going to come back in for a last disposal free. Now back to Howe. Well, it feels like Collingwood starting up their contested game. Getting now a bit of field position off it too. Howe now just goes long down the line. McDonald, player in the contest there. 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 off hands. Cunningham just has to absorb it. Does well. Umpire's ball. 1 point game, 8:55 to play. Ball in again. Geez, the ball's on the wrong side. We've got to get Grundy back out there. Oof. Here we go. Got a grandstand finish coming up here. Collingwood's really stood tall this final quarter. They've stemmed the flow well. They've gotten the sole goal this game, and they get another clearance here through Ned Long. He can pin the ears and go bang. It's all square. All square. 9 goals, 14 plays. 9 goals, 14. So Nick Blakey now out of the 50. Head down, long down the line. Who can fly here? Marty, we could use a mark from him. 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 now toe pokes it forward, but they've got the spare behind the ball of Houston. He's got to mop up. He's got to go, though. Curnow does okay. Geez, some of his ground level work tonight. Curnow's just been a bit disappointing. Side bottom now, back the other way. In a good spot here, 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 does okay. McDonald, bit of a fumble. He's got to get the hands out. He just does. One from Edwards. Just keeps it afloat and ball goes over. Geez, no Heaney, no Grundy out there. Get him on. 21 minutes since our last goal, and I mean, it was such a momentum charging quarter from us, and it feels a bit strange we had to kick a goal. 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. But, you know, Collingwood have really stood up off the ball. That's a bad hand pass. Blanky's got to go. We have to somehow make this work. Chad now just sockers it forward. A bit of rush disposal here. Collingwood mop it up. Now Parker back inside 50. It's not a great kick, Edwards. That should be all his. Oh, geez, he's dropped the pill. Good tackling effort, though. That's unlucky against Edwards. But, yeah, he should have just marked the ball. So, That's pretty unlucky. Free's probably there, though. Jack Crisp can give Collingwood the lead here. Behind or goal. Jeez, I think that's a pretty stiff free. Probably just enough to make the full motion of the tackle, to be fair, but he's just got to mark the pill. Got to mark the pill. Simple as that. Jack Crisp, well, he can kick this, I reckon. He can have some clutch moments. Jack Crisp, can he be the man for the moments? Well, he gives Collingwood the lead, but it's just a minor score. So, Pies back in front. Been a low final term, this. 1 goal, 3 plays, 0 goals, 2. Can we find another gear here? Last 10 minutes, 1 inside 58 to the Pies' favour. Need to try and find a mark here from McDonald. Oh, thought he did okay. Maybe not. Yeah, fair enough. Probably touched by Frampton there. Unfortunately, I can't help you out, BG, mate. But you can tune in for these last few minutes of this good-looking Friday night game of footy. It's been intense all night long. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 now inside 50. It's not a great kick. Frampton can't take the mark, though. Who can hunt at ground level here? How around the corner? That's going to be out on the full. Okay. Well, chance to lock it in the forward half here. We'll just go, Lloyd. All right, here we go. Deep kick inside 50. Come on, Brody. Up you get, son. Almost. 𝐚𝐿𝐿 extracts it out. 𝘍𝐼𝐴. Kick is smothered. All right, ball in. 4:50 stoppage. 6:24 to play. So it still feels like, given that I'm expecting this game to be a bit of a slog in terms of a finish, feels like these last 6 minutes could go forever. We'll see. Grundy against Long. He's got the advantage here. Grundy. Oh, he fumbles. 𝐓𝐡𝐿𝐷RICK crashing his way through. McDonald. Oh, over his head. McDonald puts us in the lead. How clever is that? Nice. All back in front. We get up first to the final term. 10 goals, 14 plays, 9 goals, 15. What a goal. Geez, you know what that reminded me of? McDonald, his motion for getting that kick away. It was like when Grandpa's chasing the turtle. Took his time. What an effort. Well, good stuff from 𝐓𝐿𝐷RICK. Positioned himself well. Just able to win that ball forward. Get the knock on to McDonald. And clever kick there over his head. Oh, wow. All right. Well, he's bobbed up with some important goals. Here are there, Logan McDonald. He's got a second. We're up by 5. So back in the lead. Now, can Collingwood respond? The onus is on them. Henny's still on the bench. Grundy out there, of course. Crisp. Chad got his way in there. Well, guess who? It's Nick Dacos getting the hand pass out. Allen extracts it out to Nick. Good little broken tackle. They work the hands nicely here. Collingwood side bottom on the outer. Can he hit a good spot with a kick? Deep kick. It's not great. It's going to be all Sammy Wicks. And he'll quickly play on here, 𝐓𝐿𝐷RICK. He's been another player that's really lifted this second half. 𝐼𝐻𝐼𝐷 now. Kick to the wing. It's a good kick. Brodie Grundy, clever kick. Over the top now. Oop, not great. 𝐷𝐿𝐷 read it really well. Try to go to 𝘍𝐼𝐴 over the top. And now Collingwood back the other way could hurt. But Mills gets in the way. Can't take the mark, though. Ball to be won. Great contest between Houston and I think that was Jordan, excuse me. That's a great win. 𝐓𝐿𝐷RICK keeps his feet. He can have a bit of a gallop here. Now, towards 𝐚𝐿𝐷. Good mark. That's an important mark. And we'll just hold things up here. He's a bit sore after that contest against Howe. Geez, that's a big win on the wing. Got the numbers around the footy there. And over the top, 𝘍𝐼𝐴. No, he's dropped his lollies. Just we've seen that tonight. Players dropping gettable marks. Oh. It's one of those ones where you're expecting somebody to clobber the absolute living crap out of you. Take the mark. 5-point margin, 5:06 to play. Ball in our forward 50. Heaney's still on the pine. Probably just waiting for the right time to get him on for these last few minutes. Grundy. Jesus, he's got 𝐚𝐿𝐷RICK wearing him like a glove. And it's going to be a throw here for 𝐚𝐿𝐷RICK. Jeez, Cox is absolutely hurting the box. Long down the line. Spoor was good. Ball in centre wing. All right, Heaney's looking like he's going to come back on here. Jeez, how many times do they want to put the cameras on Heaney? Star of the show, Sheldrick. There we go. Back on the pine, mate. Do some laps after the game. Chard now works it forward, not 15. Slap back from Steele. Angus Anderson gets the kick forward. Now it's a wobbly kick. Might get over a couple, and it does. Melican, a bit too cute with the kick. A little bit of a fumble there from McCreary, and dispossessed. Cunningham now. Snap around the corner. It's a good kick. Works for Chad. He can now play on here. He's got the toe. Hits a good spot with a kick here for Roses as an overlapping option. All right. Who's inside 50 here? Roses' kick's been hit and miss tonight. Can 𝐚𝐿 fly? Ground level ball. Papa. Papa, 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 Papa. Papa, Papa. Oh, what a time. Tommy Papley. Jeez, I'm busting for a fucking whiz. 11 points, 3:55 to play. Much needed goal. Tommy Papley's got to an absolutely horrific first half, and he's bobbed up with important goals. He had the absolute terrible miss, of course, directly in front. Well, that's nice. We work the ball so patiently there. I don't know how Roses finds a bit of space on the wing, but it works. Papley, guess who? What a rove. They've absorbed the Pies have absorbed our inside 50s really well this fourth quarter, but yeah, geez, it's been that was just some beautiful roving there from Papley. Dan Houston caught ball watching, got the ball goggles on. All right, so what do we do? Do we try and shut the game down now? Like, I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised if we might try and get a spare behind the ball, or try and slow the game down as best as we can. Still a bit of time to go though, 3:55. And that's just a big win. McInerney's having a night. Just got to get the hand pass away, and he does. Good pressure there from Chris, but he can't get the ball. McInerney, that was clever. He almost just trapped the ball in his vicinity. And now Papley, well done from Houston, just gets there in time. Great tackle from 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. Geez, the intensity and hunt from us this second half's been fantastic. Why couldn't we play like this in the first half? Some of these tackling efforts and chasing for the pill, it's been bloody good. Grundy, great hit out. Works to McInerney. Okay. Roses across to 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. He can probably go for goals here. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. He can cut the kick short. Hits it up for Joel. Oh, Joel's got to mark that. McInerney now off hands. Across here. Slap from row bottom. Too cute. Side bottom. Across to Howe. Wasted chance. Josh Dacos in the back pocket. They need to make it work here. Collingwood. That's a nice kick in the corridor. Ryan Steele. Got some numbers behind the footy here. High kick down the line. Spoor from Mills is clever. McCartan off hands. Just needs to get it out. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴 slaps it forward. What a pick up from Heaney. Perfect timing. In the right spot, Lloyd. Oh, Christ almighty. Fucking Mr. Burns. What a kick. I'll shut up. How's he fumbled that? Good kick in the corridor for the Lizard. 39 touches for 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. I mean, this has just been it's just some of our players have really stood up this second half. It's been an unbelievable effort, it feels like. Grundy's on track for 200 Supercoach points as well. Cheers the wheeze. Well, 2:24 here. Grundy can go back. It hasn't been a pretty night of footy, but geez, it's been really good how we've been able to work back into this game. 2:13 to play. Grundy, obviously just outside 50. He's going to set things up here. Could we have a flyer? Oh, Joel. He's had so many chances tonight. Rosa scored. Row bottom. Where's the cleanliness? But Papley's there. Oh, just misses. Okay, well, it's a handy point restored because it's now a 12-point game. So, they have to go here. Collingwood. Lloyd gets his way in there. Just extracts it out for Chad, trying to play for the hold, not going to get it. He keeps on going in there. 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴 as well. Jeez, it's been a hard possession to win at times. Now 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐿𝐴. They find a bit of space here, Collingwood. They'll cut the kick short. Angus Anderson. Can he find a target? Does it work here for Elliott? It does. What a kick for Elliott. What a kick from Anderson, I should say, excuse me. He can go back and make this a one-goal game. Okay. Elliott around the corner. You don't think he misses this, and he doesn't. All right. One-goal game. Can we hold on here? Still plenty of time, minute 30 to go. No, but it's been a pretty mobile effort for Collingwood. A lot of outs tonight. There's still a chance to pinch this, of course. They just, they've been very restrictive tonight. Oh, can we hold on? That's a beautiful kick from Anderson. How about that? Mills just didn't have the pace. Hit a really good spot with that kick. All right, all the stars are in this centre bounce. Big ball to be won. Minute 13 to play. 11 goals, 15. Plays 10 goals, 15. It's been such an intense night of football all night long. Crushing of bodies, contests galore. Rains come down. Lead changes. It's all happened. As now, Sydney win the centre clearance through McInerney. That's a big win. Guess who? Heaney, Grundy, McInerney all involved. Lloyd over the top now will work at the Jordan. All right, this is important. We have it where we want it. 58 seconds. Just going to boot it long. Come on, Joel. Here's your chance. No, he still can't take a bloody mark. Fucking hell. Clear. He had the ball all alone, basically. Jeez Louise. Hands like fucking doorknobs. Ugh. Heaney now. Just really got to get a score, and we pretty much win, but no, we can't. Dacos, no fuss, just barrels it out of the 50. We've got the numbers, though. Justin McInerney, what a performance. What a game he has had. Intercept mark. Now deep to the pocket. Oh, Heaney slipped over. Oof, 26 seconds, 4:50 stoppage. Just got to lock it in here. Can't let Collingwood walk it out, but surely we have... well, we can't see because of the cameras, but you're thinking we should be well set up behind the ball here. Oh, Grundy's hit only goes as far as Josh Dacos, so they get the rebound here. Rowe's got to go. Bounces off his chest. Oh, he's got to watch out. What a tackle from Rowbottom. Oh, wow. Well, that will do it. In game 150, how fitting's that, ladies and gentlemen? James Rowbottom with a, well, who knows, potentially game-saving tackle. I doubt they probably would have gotten much out of it, but it looked like they were out. But what a game. Sydney somehow win by 6. A real gallant effort from Collingwood. Yeah, geez. I mean, there's so much to take out of that. I think the first thing is, yeah, I mean, it was a really good effort from Collingwood with all their outs. A lot of handy exclusions from tonight's game. You know, no Darcy Cameron, no Darcy Moore. But geez, they played some pretty intense football. But yeah, I felt as that second half came along, we really got our game into good order, and yeah, no, it was great to see us just really combat well around the footy, and the contest game lift and dominating the inside 50s the third quarter, and momentum soaring third quarter, and it turned into just simply a good old-fashioned arm wrestle, back and forth, crushing of bodies. Yeah, really good watch. And it's good to see, you know, us hold on, not drop on bundle, and we concede one late. We win that important centre bounce late, and yeah, I think it's a bit fortuitous, though. 𝐼𝐴𝐴 definitely helped Brodie Grundy. He had a monumental effort tonight. Oh, geez. 198 Supercoach points, just shy of the 200. Geez, I'm going to need a long suck in the tub after this game tonight. Absolutely cooked after watching that. I mean, we came to watch a bit of it back, though, because whilst it wasn't pretty, the inside 50s was a bit of a mess. Geez, the hunt and desire to win that ball, it was so good as that game wore on. It really, honestly, it really didn't feel like we were probably going to drop that game as the game wore on in that fourth term. Just with our intensity we were showing, it just didn't feel like we would have dropped our bundle and switched off. And, you know, this is, I feel like, a bit of a difference with this side this year, that the maturity's really grown. Yeah, no, as Blanky says, definitely up against it. Fucking hell. Well, we can't afford to be having that sort of, you know, first half against the Cats next week. We could be eating alive with their class, but it's good to see us. It wasn't a pretty night of footy. We find a way to dig deep and win. But yeah, really happy to see us can bat well in the contested games, the game we're on. That's probably the biggest thing for me. It wasn't a pretty night of footy, but just some of our hunt and desire to win that ground ball. The tackling pressure really lifted. It was flat in that first half. But just like that man on screen, James Rowbottom, what a tackle that was. Huge. And, that first half felt like we had a lot of passengers, but some players really lifted. Blakey was okay in the first half, but what a game. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 was huge as well. His presence so important. 𝐻𝐡𝐞, as always, getting it done. 19 contested possessions for him and 24 for Grundy. So that was just the sort of night of footy it was. A lot of stoppages, a lot of contested ball there to be won. So it wasn't a free-flowing game. That is safe to be said. But from a contested and ball-winning point of view, you've got to be proud of that win because, contested footy and the toughness around the ball has been usually one of our long-term weaknesses. So it's good to see us win a game off that, I'd say. But look, it's a great win on the night. Collingwood gave us a really good shake-up, but at the same time, it's not really a win to absolutely sing to the top of the treetops about. It's, a Collingwood side that has quite a bit out, and we've got to be playing a lot better from a four-quarter perspective than that. But hey, we're up against it, and we find a way to claw back into it. Oh, geez, I'm absolutely cooked after watching that. That was, some sort of contest. So 6-point winners over the Pies. Feels like we have some close games against Collingwood. Last time was in 2024. We won by 3 points. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 the winner, of course, the prelim. Somehow we win it. But it really felt we were the better side on how we played in that second half, regardless, I felt. Best on ground, I'm going 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 𝐼𝐻𝐿. It'll be Grundy, I reckon, but I love 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 𝐼𝐻𝐿's game. That's fair enough. I would have liked to see 𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 win it. I thought he was massive, but... Oh, jeez. Yeah, no, we'll be struggling next week against the Cats. And yeah, we'll be back with a better haircut. I know this is absolutely shocking. I'm usually such a short back and sides advocate. I've let it grow on a bit. Well, Grundy wins the 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐿 medal. That's fair enough. Yeah, he had a monstrous performance. But it's sort of like you'd expect that from Grundy because he's such a great player, and he eventually played for pretty much a whole half, almost no rucks, so that definitely helped. But no, it wasn't pretty. I think we definitely have a lot of work to do, but it's nice to see us grinding a win like that where we don't really get the game of our terms of the clean ball use. Like Collingwood defended us really well, I think, for most of the night. They absorbed our inside 50s so well that, they're a very good defensive side. They keep us under 100. That's the first time in a little while, so there's that. But it's good to find us, to still see us find us a way to kick a winning score. Well, lads, that's pretty much it from me. A gallant effort from Collingwood. I'd be pretty proud if I'm a Pies supporter. A handful of outs tonight, and look, honestly, the game was there for the take, especially that first half. They kicked a bit inaccurate, but it's good to see us grinding out a win in the end. 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿, well, that was important. Like, he had a massive first quarter, but it felt as the game wore on, we really shut him out of the game. That was probably a big reason why we won. Not really much influence through him tonight, I felt, 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿. And, a few players had quite second halves. Houston was really good the first half. Josh 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 as well, but they sort of lowered their numbers as that game wore on. But yeah, I think we were quite fortuitous. Like, I definitely agree we had a bit of the rub of the green. You can argue, though, both sides had a few dodgy frees their way. But, on the channel, I don't really like to complain about umps, but, if it's there, it's there. And then, yeah, like Oscar Steen going down definitely hurt their clearance game, Collingwood. That's where we really ascended ours. But, geez, that fourth quarter, so many 50-50 balls to be won, but we'd find a way to win them. So that's the areas where I'm really, really happy. Getting it done on the inside and hunting that ground ball, getting there first. Well, that'll do it from me, lads. Thanks for tuning in. 3-2-1 votes. I'm going to go 3 for 𝐼𝐻𝐿. I just thought he was so good. 2 to Grundy and 1 to Blakey. And then, yeah, there's a few, like Sarong, I thought had a really tidy game tonight. Will Edwards, apart from that drop mark and gave the goal, gave the free kick away, he was, I think he held down the fort again pretty well tonight. I'm liking his inclusion in the side. Hopefully he continues to play. But I tell you, 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿 was massive in that second half, I thought too. He was a massive presence for us, so it's going to be tricky. Who goes out for Dane Rampe next week? You know, it might be Edwards or 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿, we'll see. But, you know, Louis was pretty important as well. I'd say probably 𝐼𝐿𝐴𝐿 had a better game. Rose is a dirty old game. A lot just didn't work for him with his disposal. �絵𝐥𝐿, a quiet game, kicked a goal. McDonald's game I thought was very important. Kicked those in important snags in games where, in moments where we really needed it. Robon with that game-saving tackle potentially. 𝐼𝐵ICE, I thought a lot of a better game from him tonight. Not as many stuff-ups by foot here or there. He was important for a bit of drive. And then Warner, like, his first half seemed so crap at the minute, but then he just really gets going. Ends up with 23 touches and 1 goal 3, so he could have kicked a bit more accurate. But no, it's good to see us. Look, I think a lot fell in our favour with personnel facing a Collingwood side against the grain a bit and 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 going down, but it's at least nice to see us grind a win where it's not just this slick ball move from the back half, it's more of the contested stuff, so that's nice to see, I suppose. And, you know, Collingwood is still a good side. I know they got well beat by the Cats last week, but, you know, their form the last 5 weeks, I think, still been pretty good. They're still definitely a finals quality team if they can get things clicking, but, no, nice to grind out a win. But thanks for tuning in, lads. That's it from me. Take care. Have a good rest of your nights. And hopefully it's a good weekend of football to come. And, yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Have a good rest of your nights and take care.